Where y'all going? Louisiana Derby?
No, we are going to Starkville. Hello, everyone.
Oh, are we
We're
live?
live.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? NFL draft coverage live here at Don Juan Cigar Bar, baby. That's right, back in my happy spot. And we got the whole crew here. We got Hanny, we got Ott. Me and Rivers will be your early host for the pre-show tonight.
I know we were talking about.
Matt's on the way.
We have these Bocock Brothers cigars, LSU
Yeah.
branded, but Matt Anderson, who brought them for us, he is also going to be in Starkville next week for the annual Wiener Dog races.
I've heard it's a good time.
We put on. It's actually really fun.
Ott's over here talking
It's
about
so
going
weird.
to Monte Carlo to play tennis.
And I'm going to the Wiener Dog
Fuck that
races.
shit. Wiener dogs in Starkville any day. Ott, eat your heart out, you bum.
It will be good. But,
More like the Ott loser. That's a bad joke. What's up, though, guys? Hope everybody's having a great night tonight. YouTube.com/1045 ESPN if you want to get involved. Dusty, JJ, Bilbo, what's up, y'all? Hit the like button. Share the stream. We're going to have ourselves a great time all night tonight. We'll be floating in and out, different people coming in. And Rivers now at Guarantee runs LouisianaSports.net, guys. And if you have not been to LouisianaSports.net, they've got a great team assembled. Ross Jackson, Hunt Palmer, Matt Rivers, many others contributed as well.
Jacob Hester.
Jake has a great draft day article up right now, but the point of all this is for all of your draft coverage, LSU coverage, everything, head over to LouisianaSports.net. Riz was stuff about the light this.
I know.
Bocock Brothers cigar.
They are it's just cigars left and right up in here.
Uh-oh. You hear that, guys? That's a neophyte, an initiate, a
No.
noob.
I've been up in here. I come to Whiskey and Wine. I've been
Very
here.
good. Everybody, look. If you're scared, go to church. Because in here, we fucking smoke. Okay? And we smell like smoke. And we taste like smoke. And we're happy about it. And that's why I'm drinking some delicious mezcal. Be drinking some Dos Equis soon as well.
You know what I thought was really interesting? So earlier, you had Jake. He came on, and he was talking about how it felt very small town there. And I got this. I subscribed to this email called Huddle Up with Joe Pompliano.
Yeah. Oh, Joe,
Okay.
great Twitter follow.
Yes.
Great business sports guy.
The headline is Green Bay has 12 airport gates. The NFL draft draws 250,000 fans. What could go wrong?
250,000 people go to the draft.
There are 12 airport gates. That might be smaller than Baton Rouge.
That's, I mean, even in the rapture, right? Jesus takes 12,000 from the 12 tribes. That's 144.
Look, it says
We're talking double the amount of people.
the city has fewer than 5,000 hotel rooms.
That is mind-boggling. Now,
You think people are just sleeping out
I
there?
have heard that Lambeau has a very cool thing because Lambeau's like basically in a neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
But what has happened is apparently everybody around Lambeau has turned their houses into like
Airbnbs.
sick Airbnbs.
Well,
and so you
it's
go
like
up there for a
Augusta.
weekend. And yeah, exactly. Or you pay for your entire year's
Maybe a few
mortgage
years,
with an event
you
like
know?
this.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so draft about to get underway. Ribs, what is it? Because you've been no. You've been on top of the Saints
Well,
because
the
you are the
Saints, yes.
editor for LouisianaSports.net.
Yep.
Jackson Dart's been surging all day. What is the latest on the Saints Jackson
I
Dart
mean,
odds?
Jackson, I can't tell if obviously the numbers he's surging, but like I can't tell if that's more everyone else that's not here and not affiliated with the Saints just thinking it's a cool story. Because if you look at all the Saints writers, the people who are covering the Saints, and you look at who all they're picking, who they think will go number 9, I think one of them picks Jackson Dart.
Nobody's saying Dart.
No one's saying Dart.
Ross is not saying Dart.
No. Ross is saying
You better
And
not somebody
Kelvin.
saying Josh Connerly.
Huh?
Okay, Kelvin Banks from
Yeah.
Texas
Yes.
to tackle.
Kelvin Banks Jr. Yep. So he's going with him.
So that's interesting because in Ross's mock, yo, Jake, what's up, dog? In Ross's mock, what
That was his final mock pick was
do you know how many tackles are off the board in that hypothetical? Like is Mimbu off the board there?
let's see.
Because Will Campbell definitely is, I'm guessing. And so I'm wondering, like, do the
So he
Saints,
basically said the only way the Saints don't do that would be if one of the top 4 or 5 players were still on the board or weren't. So he's saying Abdul has to go, Travis Hunter has to go, Tyler Warren, Genty, Mason Graham.
yeah, because
Those are-
Mason Graham is another pick that Saints fans have had their eye on for sure.
Mhm.
I guess it's just interesting with Banks because there's a lot of smoke that Campbell's going forward to the Patriots. Armand Mimbu, the Mizzou tackle, could go before him as
Wait,
well.
and also, did you see? You may have seen this. I put this in our
Look
little
at
document.
Roger Goodell riding a fucking
Gross.
bike.
I hate that.
Yeah, oh, well, it's a Green Bay thing. You know, they ride their bikes at training camp.
He looks dumb.
I hope he falls. Roger, can you pull it off, dude? This is a slow pace. Slow pace on a bike is tough. Let's go, Roger.
What if he just tipped over?
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, we get an all-time meme. Everybody's on the bike.
Everybody's on the bikes. I don't like this. Oh, he's looking unsure.
He's so
He's
unsure. He's shaky. Are these Packers great? Is that Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne!
Lil Wayne, bring it up the rear, dude.
He's in a pinstripe suit. Look at that. Wait, so did you see the Jags? So currently they are, what pick are they?
They're
are 5. So they're trying to move up, like actively right now still. They're trying to like make
Why
some,
would they be trying to move up? I've heard of people trying to jump in front of the Jags to try to get Genty.
So it says the Jags have been actively trying to move up from 5. They're interested in moving up to 2.
All right, so here's what I think is interesting. Is that this is not a great draft in terms of like overwhelming elite talent, but it is a great draft in terms of intrigue. And the chaos agents appear to be.
Our levels, it seems like maybe our levels are bad.
Okay, well, in which way?
Let's see. Maybe bring us down a little bit.
Wait, guys, tell us.
Tell us.
What are
Down,
you
up,
down?
in,
What are you hearing there?
I think,
You're all the sound person. You guys, you can't both talk at once. Can we not both talk at once? We always fucking talk at once to this show.
No. There's a girl here now, so whenever she talks over you, then it becomes obvious. Yeah. Girls think they wait their turn.
So
Name one player.
Name One Player podcast coming out. Rivers Huey and Alondra Villarreal. Check it out. But okay, so whatever. I'll just continue with what I was saying while we have Jimmy on, just fat fingering the keys over there. A man whose iPhone text rivals the size of the moon.
I can read it from across the parking lot.
But no, you gotta go for it, dude. Come on, you're our text for now until you have to hop. Oh wait, Jimmy, what's up, dude? You got your mic on?
I think so.
Hey, Otter, what's up, brother? Okay, so you agree with this? It feels like the Chaos Agents are a combination of like Dart, the Saints, the Giants. Because word on the street is, and who knows in the street, the Giants have Dart as their QB1 outside of Ward. The Saints have Dart as their QB1 outside of Ward. And if the Saints let Dart get past them, they're not getting it.
I don't. Dayball and Shane are coaching for their lives and picking for their lives. And even with Dart or Sanders or whoever at the quarterback, if they take him early, he doesn't give him a better chance of winning next year than Russell Wilson.
No.
Okay, so Abdul Carter will.
They cannot take
the quarterback at 3.
They
There's
can't
no
take
way.
him at 3.
No way. But if they're trying to save their
they
job,
hypothetically trade back with the Panthers?
Yeah.
everybody wants to trade back, but nobody is.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But listen to this. Because nobody appreciates that you have to have a team that wants to sacrifice to trade up, right?
Right.
But with the Panthers, be intrigued by Abdul Carter to go from 8 to 3, and then the Giants slot, and then the Giants slot right in front of the Saints, and they could go Dart, and then they'd have additional first-round capital after that.
Well, and everybody, Travis Hunter, Jake was talking about interviewing Travis Hunter earlier and how much he loved him. I don't know what he's doing there. He's talking to people, and everyone is talking about how much they love him now.
Man,
he's moving.
He's fucking infectious.
Yes.
He loves football.
But
He's a good kid. All he does is fucking play football and fish.
In the era of load management, this guy, you can't get him off the field.
Exactly.
And so
he plays the game with a joy. So many people when we play it, it's like it's hard, it's grindy. You kind of don't want to do it, but you have some sick love for the game where you still do. Travis Hunter's out there having fun. He wants to be on the field 24/7. That's not, and he's fucking smart. He graduated Colorado with a 4.0 GPA. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, nobody gives him any credit for that.
I'm sure he had some athletic friendly professors, but I mean, he's still good.
Look at this motherfucker right here.
That's kind of.
He's
I
still
would say
did.
yes. I would say yes,
But
not a 4.0.
no,
Not
that's
a
right.
4.0.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying.
much. 4.0.
That, to pass him through, yes, but the 4.0, he had to apply himself. So, I mean,
All right.
But the thing is, and Saban echoed this earlier too, it is way easier to play part-time on offense than it is on defense. And all the talk that they're trying to, they want him at wide receiver first.
It's really only the Browns
That's-
saying that, though, right?
I mean, Saban said the same thing. I mean, you can learn a few routes. You can't part-time. You can't learn. And he's got a lot to work on his route running. Everything's just so natural.
Well, I would
mean,
say
his
this, though.
ball skills and his explosion is unbelievable.
The underrated part of what Travis Hunter has that I think about a lot is the osmosis between the two positions. So, like, he knows what gives him trouble as a corner when he faces an elite wide receiver, right? So he knows then how to apply that. In the same way, he knows what a DB does. He knows this because he understands defensive concept so well. He knows the soft spots in his own, how to be man covered, and that can lift both sides of his play.
Oh, I think his football IQ is going to be fine, but in a part-time role, his routes were a compromise, in college. But the thing is, what we do hear out of him, he wants to play both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
his goal is to play every play in the game,
and that's not going to happen.
Maybe once in his career.
No,
once in his career.
I got the over/under on half a game that he'll play every snap. It's just not going to happen.
Over/under. You fucking gambling son of a bitch.
So, but that's where he can stay on the field the most is an every down cornerback and part-time wide receiver. But I mean, his ball skills are. I mean, you see some of those catches he makes. To adjust his body, when the ball's mid-flight to high pointed, guys are draped on him. Both as in interceptions and on the receiving end on offense. His hands are too good not to play some offense. I don't think there's. But I don't know why he's not number one. I mean, I'd take him over Cam Ward. I mean, he'd be my number.
But quarterback, the quarterback.
I understand, but still, I mean, who's more of a sure thing?
Ooh, and here we go, Rivers, our main character of the night, Shadur Sanders.
Have you seen
23 and a half now?
Did you see what he's doing where he is?
No,
he had some sick house somewhere, and it's with a link, you can't share it, but he's all set up. It's all very Shadur.
This is what I was thinking about today. Are the Sanders the Kardashians of football?
Kind of, maybe.
Because it's always about them.
Remember
And
Deion?
I'm not saying negative, positive.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Shadur is the main character of that. There's a lot of moving narrative parts in the background, but that will be the narrative theme that ESPN plays on all night long.
Well,
it's right
They
here.
could give them a reality show, and everyone would watch.
Yeah.
One of the greatest quotes ever on draft day, Deion. How do you feel about the Falcons drafting you? I'm sure glad, because if the Lions did, they'd have to put me on layaway. They can't afford me.
Hey, Jimmy Ott and Rivers.
Jimmy Ott's mic sounds so good. I know what everyone's talking about.
What do you mean?
We sound bad. Jimmy sounds like smooth.
Maybe he's got that new
I think
mic.
it's just that.
Turn Rivers up a
No,
little bit. maybe?
I don't think it's our fault. I think it's just
He might have a new mic.
Yeah.
And he's got that
But he
great
just
voice.
sounds great.
How about
Every
this?
time he talks, I'm like, yeah, Jimmy.
Let's ask the real questions that the other. Turn me up a little bit, Jimmy.
Okay.
Up two.
Okay.
Turn me up a little, Jimmy.
You want to go up?
Yeah, ask me up a
Okay.
little bit.
Maybe that's it.
So
You were with me.
let's ask the real question that a lot of the. Oh, there we go. There.
that's
Turn
a
Rivers up.
great.
Okay.
Turn Rivers up.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
there
turn
we
me
go.
up. There we
Now
go.
we're there. Now you can maybe move the mic
Hey,
away.
okay.
We can
Move him
adjust.
away a
Well, I
little.
don't know. What do you think?
Am I getting dual payments?
No, this is good. Okay.
You're getting a tech fee?
Let's ask the real question that the other draft day shows aren't going to ask.
Oh, I can't wait.
Do y'all believe that Deion Sanders has never masturbated in his entire life?
Did he say that?
He said that on his talk show,
Can't be right.
which he somehow has time to do. And it's literally called I've Got Time. And it's a Deion Sanders talk show. And he claimed to have never masturbated once and that he's never had to.
This is what I
I got
think.
the over.
I feel like at this point, of all the crazy things he said and done, what does he have to lie about?
So I'm with you.
It's
The
kind of like,
wildest
I
part
don't
is,
believe
I
that
actually
it's-
kind of agree. I think he's telling the truth.
He's got
potentially.
nothing to lose by lying about that.
He would be one of the only people that I could imagine that might be telling the truth because
Rivers.
he's so prideful.
This just in. He's got a lot of bullshit with
I
him.
know.
That is not the
I
only
just-
thing he is exaggerated or lied about.
I don't know. I just feel like it's like,
It's
what does he have to lose? I mean, it sounds not right, but like, why would he lie?
I don't question adult Deion. I could see adult Deion never jerking off. But what about teen Deion? Tion, when you're young
When
and
you're
you're
young.
figuring things out. Like he never once did it? That seems a little wild to me.
I'm,
So the over-under's at half a jerk-off.
No.
and you know what? Maybe he's just lying to lie. We're all talking about it now.
He never had.
We're
dude.
all
I don't
talking
know,
about it.
man.
Or we're all.
Look, I think
The
that's why
premier draft show is
the
talking
premier
about
draft
it.
show. I think that's why he retired Shadur's jersey because he never achieved post-nut clarity. He's
Yeah.
walking around all horned up, making rash decisions. He needs to clear his fucking mind and think a little straighter.
Look
I
at
tell
Skinny Booger.
Danny the same thing.
Skinny Booger is looking great. Purple suit, little subtle
saw him.
LSU shout out.
Saw him at the Super Bowl, or in New Orleans after your chess party.
I can't get Boog to come on the show anymore.
He was so sweet. I was almost back to my car, and he was walking into his hotel, and he was so nice. Talking about my kids.
It's such a bummer. I love that man. All right, the Titans pick is in.
Oh man,
Who's it gonna
All right, let's
be?
move.
Who's it gonna be?
I mean, it's gonna be Cam Ward.
Yeah. First overall pick.
Who's it
Cam Ward.
gonna be?
I will say this. This is what I like about Cam Ward, and I want to be clear about this, guys. I am in no way a scout, a draft expert, any bullshit like that. But you read. Wait, how are we getting this sound? Is that coming from up there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Our mics are picking it up.
Browns traded?
I-
Oh, wait, hold on. We're getting some breaking news here. As Cam Ward picked them in. Where did? Okay,
Shout
thank
out
you.
sources.
Adam Schefter says the Browns have traded the number 2 overall pick to the Jaguars.
I
Rivers.
got it.
Great call, Rivers.
Rapid
First on the board. She said the Jags were looking for a trade to 2.
Huh.
The Jaguars have traded. It looks like the Browns have given up number 2, a 4th, and a 6th.
I feel very vindicated.
And they've
right
gotten a 5th, a 2nd, a 4th, and a 26th first. So, Jimmy, okay, 2 vindications here. Rivers called it, and Jimmy, you said Hunter should be number 1. Did the Jags just trade up for Hunter?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I like Cam's suit. I like very understated.
Yeah.
He's not wearing diamond Crocs.
No, Ashton Gentile, the Diamond Crocs
You'll
tonight,
see
a
that
bold
soon.
look. I hate Adam Schefter's hoodie look.
Oh my God, what is
Yeah,
Shepard
I
wearing?
don't know, dude. One of my friends texted it's like
What is
wearing an
Shepard-
one of my friends texted it's like wearing an Apple Watch with a suit,
Wait, he's
and
got
I
a
don't
tie.
disagree. I know.
I think if he wasn't wearing the tie, it might be okay.
He wanted to go Ryan Clark, but he didn't want to go full Ryan Clark.
People associate Cam Ward though with the $5 million he was getting from Miami, to play over there. So keep in mind, wing T quarterback in high school, 1 offer, Incarnate Word.
Yep.
So man, look, hey, make as much as you can. But have a little bit of that humble start in that, not that 5-star entitlement.
So this is what I like about Cam Ward is that multiple different levels of difficulty, and he got better at every stop.
Yeah.
Right, Incarnate Word, Wazoo, Miami. Multiple different coaches, multiple different systems. That's an adaptable player. He killed all of his interviews. Guys are falling in love with him left and right. Like Cam Ward, I can see a lot of the DNA as to why they're so confident that he's number 1.
Lindsey Scott ran the same offense at Incarnate Word. The Zachary, the LSU.
Yeah.
And they couldn't stop anybody, but they put up all kinds of numbers. So you didn't know if that was a product of the system. He went to Washington State. Man, T Bob, he had some good games. He had some bad ones. He was better at Miami this year than I thought. They didn't lose games because of their offense.
That is the
Really
most Jags looking draft room I've ever seen.
Look at those old school projectors, dude.
But look at the outfits of the people in the Jags room.
They and now we cut away. So they're okay. Jaguars trade Browns, the number 2 overall pick. Let's welcome in Island Hanny. He's not Island Handy tonight. Wait, are you
Is
your
he
mic on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, there we
Take
go.
it, dude.
Oh, my bad. We got
I'm doing my
Jimmy
fucking job.
premier audio producer on the marks,
Oh,
on the ones and twos.
I mean, come on! I got my Derek Carr autographed jersey. This piece of shit.
Yeah,
you know?
guys, by the way, y'all can't see it, but Ott is wearing a Derek Carr autographed authentic Saints jersey.
He paid top dollar for it too.
Todd is looking very fresh.
Fuck you piece of shit.
Well, that's the thing. A couple of years ago, when I had my best night, I wore my Pelicans playoff shirt. Well,
Smart.
I found the biggest piece of
Wear a
shit.
Kurt shirt.
The biggest piece of shit in the closet next to that, and I put on the Derek Carr autograph shirt. So, jersey.
Hanny, what do you think about the Browns trading for the number 2 overall pick?
I'm trying to figure out what they gave up.
Jags
I'm looking to see what they gave up.
Schefter had it. They gave up a
A 4th round pick and a 6th round pick to Jaguars for 5. The 2nd round pick, a 4th round pick, and a first next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great trade for the
first
Browns, in
next
my
year
opinion.
for moving down 3 spots.
That's what I'm saying. Great trade. Bro, you're not moving up without giving up another first. Marcus Davenport costs 2 firsts. You know that's the price. Like, that's the price. So that's what I'm saying. So the Jags fucking love Travis Hunter. And that's good for the Browns now. They need everything. And now they're probably going to suck this year, and they'll have 2 chances to find their quarterback next year.
Travis Hunter and
there it is.
Walker,
Yeah.
the LSU wide receiver. So no
Brian
more,
Thomas.
no more excuses for T-Law.
No.
You got to get it done now with these 2 guys.
And Rivers called it the Jaguars wanting to make a splashy move offensively. And, well, I guess I don't know. We'll see if they let Hunter play. Is he going to – I like the major-minor thing people have been playing with. Is he going to major in
The pick
offense
is
at
in.
Jacksonville, or is he going to minor? Okay, the pick is in.
Pick is in.
Let's see what they're going to do
Watch
here.
him take Abdul Carter and shock the world.
Yeah. I mean, Abdul – Odd has Hunter as the number 1, but it seems like a lot of them group
I
think
got
Abdul's
Hunter
number
ahead
1.
of Carter, but let's see. Cleveland had committed, at least publicly, to letting him play defense, offense full-time and defense part-time, which the majority of the analysts think opposite that he should do. And yeah, we Saban talked about it in pregame, communication issues on defense and stuff like that. But maybe Jacksonville's got a different take on this.
Lawrence, I mean, they've got a lot invested in him.
They do,
And we've discussed him a lot. Is he that good? Is he not?
I don't know. He had one good year. I know, dude. That Russell Wilson.
They got $250 million in him. I know that.
DJ Trauma gave me the $5 super chat. T Bob and Lady Rivs. I'm going to go Antonio Brown crash out mode if the Saints don't get a quarterback at all. Really has to be rounds 1 or 2. No more Ian Books.
I'll put no more in.
We got our quarterback. It's Chrissy Hurts, but he's okay.
What do you think?
Look. He looks so nervous.
Rivers, what do you think? Oh, look at that big suit.
man,
Trav
look at
really
it.
went for it.
He's
man.
looking like a little nervous.
This
He's
guy,
throwing his head no gum. Travis.
this guy just had an average temperature in the town he's going to live increased by 60 degrees. Okay, he's going from Cleveland to Jacksonville.
But
Trust
where's
me, he's elated.
But isn't he from? Is he from Florida originally?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe.
Deion recruited him. He was committed to
going
Florida State,
for
Yeah.
and he decommitted and went to Jackson State.
Yeah,
Is this potentially a bit of a homecoming? Let's see here.
I've been to Jacksonville and I've been to Cleveland. I'd rather live in Jacksonville.
So these are the new odds right now.
Okay, so Mikael Williams odds for the Saints are up to 150 plus 150. Dart is plus 400.
Where's the lineman from Alabama?
Oh no, Travis Hunter's from Swanee, Georgia.
Swanee,
So,
Georgia.
so he's a little used to the heat. Not Jacksonville heat
Used to
quite
the
yet,
heat.
but not bad.
And
All right,
here we
Arthur,
go.
give us the fucking pick.
Ooh, look at this big guy.
Jesus, that is a big
That
man.
is a big human.
That Tony Baselli?
It's Tony Baselli.
Well,
That's
No,
black,
never mind.
Charlie.
I was about to say
Okay.
that's a black man.
I saw his suit, guys.
He's been out in the sun.
He's been out in the sun.
Yeah, Tony Baselli.
I saw
I met
that
Tony
suit.
Baselli. I met Tony Baselli the first day I ever met Ed Oger on a USC Auburn way back in the day, and Baselli had a 6-year-old that was as tall as me. And I think I was like 11 or 12. I don't know what happened to that kid.
Here we go.
Oh, that's who won. It must be one of the players that won Walter Payton Man of the Year. I just don't fucking know shit about anything.
You don't know who anybody looks like?
Nope. Nobody knows what football players look like, dude.
Yes.
That's why in the 30 for 30 on the U back in the day, the Miami players are like, we're taking our helmets off. Is that a Rick Armstead?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me. I just had some weird brain lightning just hit. It just told me it was a ring. Let's fucking go, dude.
All right.
Will Campbell. Josh, you're a madman. Josh, you're a fucking madman. Rick Arnstead, 2024.
You did it.
Here. Let's go.
Shout out to you.
You've got to win. I've got to win. I've got to win. Handy, we're looking for your first win of the night.
Tony Baselli.
But I did lay the $3 in Travis Underwood too. So.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Wow.
I'll be correct. How many bets do we have in play right now?
Sheet.
Oh my God.
Max calls it a portfolio.
That is so insane. This is a really long pick.
But Rick, why are you making? Come on, man.
What are we doing?
Dramatic
It's
pause.
like he's doing the Oscars. They hear the nominees.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at it, dude.
This is his moment. Is it Will Campbell? Here
I
we
love
go.
that noise, dude. Good job. Yeah, there we go.
There he is.
Our father, 1-0.
It's a layup. It's a layup.
Okay.
Whoa.
Look, we gotta take some layups
You
sometimes.
got to warm up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, this doesn't shake up the top four, but it does. Everybody thought Ashton Genty was going at 5 to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Cleveland won't take him.
Well, the Raiders would want it now,
The
right?
Raiders would want him, but the Bears are dying to trade up.
That's true.
If Cleveland wanted to trade back down again, this really shakes up number 5. That looks like a guy that just went to a warm weather climate versus
He's back.
Cleveland.
He's back.
I like how he was running.
That's actually a great point by Hanning. That man did just get to avoid Cleveland.
That's true.
Like that is partially. Now he'll play anywhere. He's played in Boulder, absolutely. The Boulder's beautiful, all that other stuff. That's
I
managed
think
to go
Boulder and
closer to home.
Cleveland are not quite comparable.
True.
Boulder's a little bit more posh.
I think Boulder's the richest,
Boulder's incredible.
city per capita in the country, or something like that.
Well, I think Boulder and SMU probably have the richest parent base
Yeah.
of any
Fucking
campus.
SMU.
Yeah, it's strong. I mean, it's up there.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm the only person in the group that's been on vacation in Cleveland.
I've never
I've
been to
never set
Cleveland.
foot in Cleveland.
They're one of those MLB trips.
So, I was saying, so maybe I have a bad view of Cleveland. It's like
The
unfair,
flats are cool.
undeserved.
It's a little entertainment district.
Let me
along
tell you
the
something.
river.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is awesome.
Is that why you went? Why did you go to
Yeah.
Cleveland?
Did you go there on purpose?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Pro Football Hall of Fame is 40 miles down the road.
Yeah.
Cedar Point is the number one
I've
roller
always
coaster
wanted to go to
park.
Cedar Point, dude.
It's about 40 miles west of Cleveland, and I went to see an Indians game.
So there you go. We're
yeah.
the assholes.
Yeah.
Cleveland's actually awesome.
Well, for a week.
Cleveland's awesome.
5 days.
5 days.
5 days in Cleveland seems like a lot of
I
days.
lasted 2 days in Cleveland. That was good.
Look,
You ever
all
go?
this-
You ever go to a baseball game? Go to the Drunken Parrot.
Yeah,
Across the
yeah,
street.
it's a good
Drunken
spot.
Parrot's awesome.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
spot.
all of Travis Hunter's ball skills on display on this entire highlight package. It's just him making amazing catches. One of the most exciting players of our generation.
What's realistic, T Bob? It's snaps for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
on whatever his opposite side of the ball is, what's realistic? I mean, me and Jimmy were talking about Deion did it a little bit. We remember a guy named Roy Green from the 80s for the Cardinals, played both ways. Last guy in the NFL to play both ways, kind of full time. But in modern day NFL, what's realistic? 8 snaps, 10 snaps on the other side, 12?
So I don't have an answer because we've never seen anybody do what Travis Hunter did in college.
Sure.
So why would I put a ceiling
Don't
on
you
it?
think it depends on also what coverages you're playing as a cornerback? If you're in more run support as like a cover 2,
Yeah,
you know,
I think everything
yeah,
matters. Yeah.
Wait, the Giants pick is already in. So it's
Oh
off
my
the
gosh,
board.
I was gonna. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what do you
There's
think?
got to be after
Yeah.
Carter. Yeah.
You had a whole thing in this document about how important the Giants pick is.
Yeah, I
Like,
fucked this all up. Not a win for me. Not a draft
not a
guy.
win for
I thought
you.
the Giants were going to be the chaos agent.
They were not.
I don't know where you got your Jaguars intel, Rivers, but I had no idea that was happening.
You literally had the same intel as me because I put it in the document.
Fuck!
I've been reading draft stuff for almost
Put
a
it in the
month.
shared
Not
document.
one person had the Jaguars.
How did you get that?
I'm
How
sorry,
did
except
you
for
get
Rivers.
that?
Except
Well,
for
I mean,
Rivers.
I did
Tell
not
me, where
talk
did
to
you
anyone
find that?
on the internet. You know where one finds things.
Shit.
It was Jeff Howe, though.
Okay.
They're from The Athletic.
T Bob, you would be amazed at the things you can find on the internet.
You can find almost anything on the internet.
Fully aware. I'm just searching for that Shannon sex tape. Uncut.
There's like more uncut.
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 I want the extended version so I can judge for
Sounds like-
myself.
Call
Sounds
the
like
other
you want you
lawyer.
to have the extended version as well.
Yeah, we talked about that this morning, guys.
How bad does it have to be?
Exactly. Life advice. If you have to utter, release the full sex tape as a point of public and legal defense, you're in a bad
You're
spot.
in a bad spot.
You're in a bad spot. You've made a lot of
Who
mistakes.
is this?
Shannon
Shannon
Sharp.
Sharp.
Oh.
Have you missed this
So
drama?
now, so it's a little bit of it's been released, but now he's saying he wants everyone to see the full thing. He's like, I'll be vindicated if you can see the full sex
Well, they
tape.
still haven't put the 30 seconds out.
But
but-
that's what he's saying. If you think about how bad you have to be down to be like, you know what, it's going to be better for me to release just the whole sex
By
tape.
the way, he did announce that he's stepping away from ESPN
Wait,
until
but
the
did
start
you
of
see
football
what
season.
the announcement was?
Yeah, it was a screenshot
Someone
of a Twitter
texted
DM.
him, and he screenshotted it, and then he just posted the statement.
We've seen notes screenshotted. I've never seen a DM screenshotted as the announcement there. Look at the amount of fucking people.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Where are those people
That's
staying?
what I'm saying, though. People want to make fun of Comic-Con and shit. These are just a bunch
Comic-Con
of fucking.
is great.
These are,
Come on.
This
I'm
looks
saying, these
like
are
a
just a bunch
giant-
of football
This
nerds.
looks like a Giants draft room.
All this is fucking Comic-Con for football nerds.
All right, who do you think it is?
It's got to be
You had a
Carter.
whole thing
No,
going.
no. I was wrong. It's got to be Carter.
Comic Con is always during Del Mar's meet.
Oh, so do you
Yeah.
go?
Yes,
Do you
absolutely.
dabble at Comic Con?
I
Okay.
went to the Q&A with the Game of Thrones cast.
He's
No way.
lying.
Are you fucking That would be the one thing Honor would go to, though. So it was a good lie.
I love the
There's Abdul
There it
Carter.
is. Abdul
There it
Carter.
Abdul Carter.
So now, Rivers,
Okay, wait, hold on.
what is in play?
I'm trying to keep.
Do you agree? What is in play now? If the Saints let Jackson Dart get past them at 9, they're not going to have another shot at it.
at
They're not
Jackson
taking
Dart.
it.
Jackson Dart.
No, they don't have another shot at him. But I mean, I don't know that they.
They're not taking a quarterback.
He's not getting the
Not
40,
with the
but I
ninth
would.
pick.
They would have to trade up.
Yes, they're not going to get him
He's
as
not
they
gonna get the
stand.
40.
But they're not
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be. They're not going to be able to trade. The Giants want to trade up as well. They're not going to be able to get in front of the Giants.
Well, the Giants got to trade up too. The Giants have an extra 3. The Saints have an extra 3 and 4. Cleveland has an extra 3. We're talking about teams that want to trade up for quarterbacks. And then Pittsburgh doesn't have a 2. They're sitting at 21.
To be clear,
T-Bob
I
just
would
wants
prefer-
him. T-Bob just wants him because he likes Star Wars.
he does like Star Wars. Y'all saw that? Jackson Dart. The
Oh, he
whole
does?
reason Rivers did
Big
this,
Star
the
Wars
whole
guy.
reason he does the eye black on one eye like that is to honor Anakin Skywalker's star.
But-
Favorite movie, Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back second. It's pretty good Star
Saw
Wars
the first Star Wars at the Algiers Drive-In.
Oh my God,
Yes,
that's my
indeed,
dream. 77, having my mind blown by a new hope and my life changed. Oh, what an
Well,
experience.
it's funny because so T-Bob walked around Senior Bowl interviewing players and kept asking them if they'd ever seen Star Wars, and then none of them had. If only you could have talked to Jackson Dart. Y'all could have talked all day.
One of them had seen Lord of the
from
Rings.
Oh, no,
And was
Jared
wa-
Ivey.
Jared Ivey was,
He was a
watching
big
the
Star
Lord of
Wars
the Rings
guy. Oh, Lord of the
extended- the Lord of the Rings extended editions as we interviewed him, and that moved Jared Ivey way up in my book. I would draft Jared Ivey.
Jared Ivey, Jackson Dart. You could have
Exactly.
There
There
you
you
are.
go. We're good to go.
A
Edge
whole Ole
rusher,
Miss team.
edge rusher,
What are
and
you
quarterback.
doing?
Dude. Edge rusher. True.
Is Ole
I
Miss
didn't think
paying
about that,
you?
dude. I didn't think about that.
What's happening?
Okay, look, good pick by the Giants here, right? Maybe the best player of the draft.
I've been on Abdul Carter. I'd love him. From the beginning of the postseason, I was hoping that the Saints would get him, and then the playoff game came about. And I'm like, this cat's not getting out of the top 5.
Strahan, Armstead, O.C. Newman-Yora, Justin Tuck, right? They've had legends rush the passer.
Okay.
And Abdul Carter's now the latest one.
So
And a guy named Ken 56. So they hoping, and these are the two highest
LT,
graded players.
yeah.
Two highest graded players on the board.
who's
You know, at any
who's
position.
who's next? Patriots.
Patriots. So we're thinking Will Campbell
This
here,
is Will
right?
Campbell.
Minus 600.
This is Will Campbell. You
Minus
think?
600 to be Will Campbell.
Okay.
What's your next bet in play?
Is it this one?
No.
No value on minus 600, Rips. Just kidding. I
I was saying, I don't do a lot of.
I have no fucking idea.
You would be ashamed of me. I go with my dad regularly to Vegas for March Madness. It's like our father-daughter thing. It's what we do. I have never in my entire life placed a sports bet
Well,
that's un-American.
No,
in my entire life. I've been there,
Yeah,
and I love Vegas for March Madness. It's so much fun. If you love sports, it's just incredible. But like,
we've been up in a bunch of times.
I just never made any
I'm
actual
a big
bets.
fan of your dad, who I've never met. But
Yes.
that's a pro move,
A
man.
lot of
That's pretty
father-daughter
good.
bonding. And if you're a woman and you are single, where you need to be is Vegas
Vegas for
during
March
March Madness.
Oh God, yeah, the ratio is
fishing with
horrible.
It's
dynamite.
me and everyone else, you know. And if you know a player's
The
name,
sausage festival.
that's all you need, and everyone loves you. It's great.
So I'll go to the Queen this weekend. I want a 2-team parlay. I want Rivers has never laid a bet. And Deion's never jerked off.
I swear
Chuck.
I had gambled, but I've never placed a sports bet.
You go to March Madness every year and you've never made a bet. That's bullshit.
I haven't. I swear.
Otter, what's
My
your
dad
favorite?
spends plenty of money.
Otter, what's your favorite casino game?
Oh, casino game with craps.
Craps. What about you, Hannah?
I don't poker player.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm always intimidated by poker. A lot of interplay. You got to be watching the rest of the tables, so you just lock in.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, when I'm playing right.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm saying, but every time you step to the table, whether you're playing right or not, you're stepping to the table with the intention of locking the fuck in.
Yeah. If you want to win, you have to.
I'm always nervous I'm going to mess the vibes of the table up.
But let me tell you what, the great thing about poker, the interaction with poker is great.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to dog cuss the guy for
For hitting or whatever.
making a bad play in blackjack. You make a bad play in poker, you're just like, oh man, you played that right, but I'm gonna rake this pot anyway.
First time I ever fucked up at a casino. First time I ever gambled. I turned 21. I went to the casino at the Queen, and I fucking hit on something that I should have.
Yeah.
This guy who was losing bad would have won. He's fucking raging at me next to me, and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. It was a bad first experience. Otter, what were you gonna say?
All right, the next pick is I'm sweating. I got Tyler Warren, the tight end for Penn State, over 9.5.
Okay.
Raise pick. So
Wait. Not getting selected in the first
yeah,
time?
we want him to get drafted 10 or later.
Oh wow.
Poor Tyler Warren.
That's a real
Okay, you know,
You get plus money, that's the real sweat.
Yeah, that's a shot.
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. And then I've got over. This was early a week and a half ago. Over Shador over 8.5.
You're good there.
According to all the smoke on the street.
My son's texting me. Of course, he wants Shador Sanders to the Saints because we have our quarterback.
Fuck you. Derek
He's got
Carr.
his jersey. What are you doing? He's got a jersey.
Derek
Wear that
Carr.
jersey.
Derek Carr never
T.
needs
Bob
to
is-
step foot in Louisiana
T. Bob
again.
has jumped so far off of the bandwagon of the Derek Carr. I don't know if you're ever on the actual bandwagon, but you are
But I
so
was
far off of
ironically,
it.
I was ironically on it at least, and now I'm fucking off.
I've never seen a fan base, and he's kind of a mid quarterback, mediocre, whatever. They fucking hate him, man. I mean, they despise him.
Even
And the
fucking,
Raiders fans warned us when he came over.
yeah,
Vegas.
they
The
did.
Vegas guys warned and said, "Fuck, y'all can have him."
But I feel like I've never really, I mean, I know you don't like everyone, T. Bob.
Yeah.
But you have so viscerally reacted to Derek Carr. Like, I don't think I've,
But it's only been this last week.
I know, but I've never seen you do that.
Because he didn't show up for day one of workout.
You're usually like
New era.
you're usually like a devil's advocate kind of guy.
Yeah.
Remember when he got benched by the Raiders at the end of the year?
Yeah.
He left.
Yeah.
He left the team.
He left the team. You're right. I forgot about that. So we kind of had the red flags
We
already
already
there.
did. We
And
already did.
they wanted him to leave.
Here's the deal. It's like fucking Kirk Cousins is at day one of the Falcons workouts,
Right.
and he's benched and he's trying to get out of there, but he's paid a lot of fucking money to do his job. So he's there.
Right.
And so the disrespect of Cam Jordan sitting there working out, and I don't care if you're fucking injured, show up anyway. And Derek Carr not being there and then releasing the most dog shit piece of content I've ever seen in my life.
His car reviewer.
The
He had
car
stupid
review.
ass car review where he bought out of his own pocket a $500,000 Rolls Royce EV, and him and his brother can't even summon up a fucking ounce of charisma between the two of them. Fuck that guy for life. He should never step foot in Louisiana again.
His brother did put out a statement about an hour before
Yes,
the draft.
I saw that.
You read that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it. I think it was on NFL Network. He did 1 minute and 4 seconds, which was that, hey, he hurt himself. He thinks he hurt himself the same game where he hurt the wrist. Maybe surgery, maybe not, but he wants to get back. If Mickey Loomis would have said that yesterday, it would have, and it wouldn't have cost him any draft capital.
Charlie. And Mickey, we trust.
Yeah. And Mickey, we just. I think.
You got a mouse in your pocket? Because I don't.
I think Handy.
There it is. Will Campbell. All right.
Hey,
first rounder since Alan Faneca.
Hey, but look, while you're listening, head over to LouisianaSports.net. Hunt Palmer has written a piece about Will Campbell.
Go check it out.
Go check it out. Look at that suit.
Hunt 318. Will 318.
Yeah.
What was that handshake?
Ooh. I mean, it's kind of crazy though.
Look at it.
First round O lineman since Alan Faneca.
Does the green room normally look that nice?
I feel like it gets nicer every year.
That is a really nice green room.
Can we put an asterisk on that, T Bob? Because Lyle Collins would have been if they wouldn't have put that story out. But yeah,
crazy murder accusation.
If it wasn't for that murder accusation,
if the commissioner wouldn't have called all 32 teams and said, "Don't draft this guy," he would have gone in the first round.
You can put an asterisk, but facts are facts.
Well, that's
absolutely.
fun.
And it's crazy to consider all the good teams. You've won national championships, 3 of them in that time. Never had a first
Hey, do your best, Will Campbell.
I like to think I'm the swaggiest old locker in Louisiana. Look, my entire life I've been here and I got short arms. Never bad enough to kill this point, so I don't really care that much what y'all gonna say. I think I'm proving myself.
And he has.
Okay, that's really good. That's really good.
Can we talk about how somebody made a point, I want to say Dustin B in the chat. A bold move by Will Campbell. He's a big guy. To go green suit, big pinstripes. That's a real bold fashion choice.
Okay, great Wilson Alexander tweet here. LSU has now produced a top 5 pick in 6 of the last 7 drafts.
You need to get our guy's name here.
Devin White.
We got sources over here.
Brian Bourgeois hooking us up here. 2019 Devin White, 2020 Joe Burrow, 21 Jamar Chase, 22 Derek Stingley, 24 Jake Daniels, and now 25 Will Campbell. That's the most in that span. Ohio State is second with 5.
Might have been a blessing.
We got a source over here. Just keep.
Shout out Red Stick Dentistry. Let's go. Shout out Red Stick Dentistry.
NFL issue.
We're looking at some of Joe Burrow's outfit. So it might have been a blessing in disguise. It was COVID and he was restricted to his living room.
I don't know. He's gotten wilder and wilder. He's gotten a lot more confident in his.
Who are we talking about?
Talking about Joe Burrow's outfits.
Yeah.
You know,
I think at the draft he would have been okay.
It's a little
much for you.
It's a little much.
A little much for the fucker going to the Monte Carlo Country Club for a fucking tennis tournament. Wow. That's a little judgmental.
You know what I was thinking? I don't know if
Look at that giant hat. By the way, the Cleveland pick is in.
You know what I was thinking about the green room? So the green room this year looks really, really spread out. It almost looks amazing there. And I think it's maybe better because now it's not like everyone right next to each other and you're seeing all the sad people who are being left in the green room.
I do kind of like the sad people. Wait, who are the Browns jump to the
honest to God, who are they going to take here? I mean, there's like 6 people I could think of. That they might take. They could take Mason Graham, defensive lineman from Michigan.
Yeah.
They could take Ted McMillan, the wide receiver.
Tyler Warren.
Just signed
Jimmy don't want to hear
Miles
Tyler
Garrett.
Warren, but it feels like maybe Miles Warren or Miles Warren.
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren.
I know you don't want to hear
I
that.
almost said TJ Warren.
I kind of want to shout out Tyler Warren, not to mess with your bet, but like, I don't want to bet against people like that, you know?
Yeah, Jimmy, what the fuck is wrong with you,
people's
dude?
lives.
He could not have more disdain for your immature, naive, gullible, fucking sad-ass, empathetic mindset. Get the fuck out of here. It's just gambling.
I'm like, you're sweet, Tyler.
We're trying to win.
We're trying to win.
Emotion is left.
That was the single most dismissive laugh that has ever been uttered on these airwaves.
What do you think he's saying right now?
I'm just really excited to get to work up there in New England.
I've talked to Mike Vrabel, and he just seems like the type of coach that I really want to play for, and that's a legendary organization. And don't worry, Patriots fans, I'm going to protect Drake May for years to come.
T Bob, that's really good. That's really good.
You know, he's like even money.
Why did you draft Shador? It's because of me. You don't like me, huh? That's okay now. How's that? Is that okay? Yes? No? Huh?
It was about 2 weeks ago when he kind of pulled away from the Missouri lineman.
I'm on the Mimbu.
Yeah.
Mimbu, from
Who
what
could be
I've
the pick
read,
here also?
Mimbu, from what I've read, is viewed to have potentially a higher ceiling, but it's just more risk.
He's got longer arms and worse feet. Seriously.
He's going to be a right tackle, right?
Yeah. Well, it depends on who drafted him, but that's what the projection is. He could be the pick here. Graham could be the pick here.
I would
McMillan
put
could be
Graham next to Miles Garrett.
Genty
They can
could
sign.
be the
Yeah.
pick here.
Graham or Genty. Who has been drafted now? We've got
Uh,
Will Campbell, Cam
There
Ward.
he is. There he is. Lineman for Michigan.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
really hoping,
Mason Graham.
I was
there
really
it is.
hoping he would get to New Orleans.
Yeah,
I really like this game.
damn, Mason Graham. So, like, we're back off of dress shirts.
Yeah.
We have not seen a lot of dress shirts and ties.
At least they're not wearing hoodies and ties.
He just showed off that suit. It's like, okay, man, it's a fine suit. You know,
Yeah,
I like not being.
Jose Banks best.
I like not being. Oh, yeah, exactly right.
That's what it's
That's kind of a Joseph Banks ass suit. I do like this though. We're starting to move away from the skin tight suits.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
these
love,
are big guys. These are big guys.
but still, big guys have loved skin tight suits recently. We're not fully 90s draft, 90s NBA draft again, but we're starting to move back there.
Oh,
a little
those
bit.
suits were tough.
Skin tight suits are pretty prevalent still in the French Riviera.
Yeah, I feel like in Europe
Exactly,
they're probably
yeah.
still
Very-
thriving.
okay, yeah, you wouldn't fucking. I mean, look at this. Listen to this fucking guy.
Still thriving.
Listen to this fucking
But
guy.
for the guys, yeah.
First Bocock cigar down. Good night, sweet prince. I'm trying not to burn my fingers.
Good night, sweet friend.
Well, he wrecked Alabama in that bowl game too.
Okay, so now we have who's next?
Raiders.
Got it.
Genty.
So we got Raiders, Jets. Okay.
Gotta
Okay.
be Genty.
Genty.
Pete Carroll
Because
loves a running back.
Oh, you're gonna get to see the Crocs.
Oh, yes.
Genty-
Rivers showed me this
Genty is
before.
wearing
Yes,
a pair of
yeah.
diamond Crocs.
Diamond Crocs.
Diamond Crocs, and they are fully Crocs because they are crusted.
But if you're going to wear Crocs, I guess that's the kind of wear.
I
Look
guess.
at fucking Mason Graham's TikTok ass haircut.
Good.
He's got that curly ass TikTok haircut
It's not
with that
quite as
little
short on
chin
the side.
beard,
It's not as
dude.
short on the sides.
It's not as floppy on the top, maybe.
Okay, look, this is not as crowded as I was thinking. Like here at,
Oh,
the,
that's
at the
pretty
back.
crowded.
That's pretty fucking crowded, dude.
At the back.
Yeah, at the back you can breathe. At the back, you're not running the risk of getting crushed by human fluid dynamics. I agree.
Handy, were you here when I was talking about the Green Bay Airport only has 12 gates?
12 gates.
How'd they all get there?
Through Chicago.
They all drove in.
That's what we did when we,
Yeah, I
we
guess
went
that's
up there
true.
at 16.
I mean, you kind of have to. There's 5,000 hotel rooms. Or yes, no, I'm sorry. But 5,000 people can fit in the hotel rooms in Green Bay.
You can stay in. I had friends stay in Appleton when
How
we went
far-
in 16.
how far is that?
An
I
hour.
prefer Banana
ish,
Town.
something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, Chicago's not a terrible drive. You're driving in and out for the game. We did that on the
Milwaukee.
way out. Milwaukee is not a
Milwaukee.
terrible
Okay.
drive either.
Still about almost 2 hours.
Still tough.
Yeah, no, it's not convenient in any way.
I was hoping that he would slip to 9 as well.
Yeah.
So, but the one thing,
That
the
was
Bears,
a-
all the talk today was that the Bears was going to move up and get Genty at 5 ahead of the Raiders
Yeah.
here. So, with the Browns.
I can't guarantee the Raiders are going to take Genty here. They could take Membo.
Yeah, we thought Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
thought
Will
Jackson-
Campbell, you know what he was saying?
What?
I'm going to fight and die to protect them with everything I've got.
I'm going to fight and die to protect them with everything I got. Just know that I'm there to protect Drake May at all costs. Let's go. Neville's finest.
You sound like Charles Bronson with an accent.
But see, I feel like I always say this. I feel like y'all go too hard on Will Campbell. I don't know that his accent's that bad, but
Hello, pot. Meet kettle.
I know I have an accent.
Do it again, T-Bob. Do it again. Do it again.
But I'm not claiming to not have an accent.
No, man, Will's got that draw.
I know, but y'all really give it something
He's
extra.
got that good because it deserves a little bit extra.
Uh-huh.
He's got, like, hearing Will Campbell talk, I get the same feeling as when I drink molasses syrup.
Well, I heard you do the impression first, and then I heard a clip y'all played, and I was like, that doesn't sound bad at all.
Oh, fuck
It
you.
didn't take the Raiders
Nobody appreciated my Banana Town joke or my Deion impression. I'm fucking done with this show.
Genty.
Gotta be Genty.
Genty was basically pick 'em to go to 5th pick and 6th pick earlier today. So the 5th is gone.
If it's not Genty, it's Membo.
What are you?
Nothing, Scott. No, you'll see later on the show.
The pick is in.
The pick is in.
There he is.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Let's
Now,
see those shoes.
I love Ashton Genty's suit.
But look at his shoes.
I know, but I love this suit. He's got the American flag on the cuff. He's from a military family. He's got a tux look going on.
Oh, wait, he took them off.
Oh.
He's wearing now. He's
That was a
wearing
red
like
carpet
smoking.
fit.
That was a red
Yeah.
carpet fit. Now
Smart.
he's wearing like smoking
Smart,
shoes.
because the draft deserves a little bit more than
Okay.
diamond encrusted
Little
socks.
costume change.
I like Genty's play here.
We need a
dude.
costume change.
Yeah, when Laura Rutledge interviewed him before, he had it. You know, she was
Uh-huh.
saying, "You have more comfortable shoes than me. I'm jealous." So,
I always
Oh.
wonder. I always wonder about the other picks that have to dap up the guy that just got drafted. Do you really want to dap that guy up? Like the college, so Madden and the video game released a trailer day that played on that, where the player like daps the other one up, and then he turns around and he's clearly pissed off that the other guy just got selected. I feel like I
It
just
gets
saw that on
worse.
the
The
TV.
over under the transition
Yeah.
is 15.5.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's when it stops being all
Yes,
smiles.
yes,
That's when it
yes.
stops being legitimate.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's 6. 3 more to go to get Tyler Warren out
I
the way.
was gonna say, you think it's Tyler Warren next?
I hope not.
You got to sweat here. Jets could take him. It's a possibility here. By the way, Max, who works with us, is producing a show in Cleveland right
Uh-huh.
now.
Oh.
He said the Browns fans are irate,
Oh yeah.
which I can understand.
They have their hearts on Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you got the rug pulled out from you. I mean, you got this once in a lifetime athlete.
But Browns fans, you have an additional 2025 first round pick from a bad team in a year where you have elite quarterback talent next
T Bob,
year.
you're in a bar in Cleveland. You've had 4 drinks,
True.
and you thinking
Very good
Travis Hunter is your guy, and you
Very
got
good point.
a guy from Michigan. This is like Saints
Yeah,
fans
true.
wishing for Travis
True.
Hunter, and then they get a guy from Alabama.
True. Okay.
You know?
Handy with the elite perspective there. True. The only thing is, like, Mason Graham and Myles Garrett should be fucking terrifying.
That should be really good. Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Myles Garrett's already the 2-time reigning defensive player of the year, and now you're going to give him an interior pass rusher and force like Mason
It's going to
Graham.
be. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they fucking suck, but they might win games with Kenny Pickett.
You know what's cool about this kid too, in Genty? I mean, he could have made so much more money hopping schools.
Yeah.
But he stayed with. He didn't have a ton because they didn't see him. He was in Germany, so he didn't have a whole lot of offers.
Yeah.
But he stuck. He was loyal. So I mean, that shows me a little bit. And then Saban was talking about it. There are so many GMs he's talking to now, trying to figure out who's worried about playing football instead of all the things that come are afforded, through football.
Oh,
Is
I
this,
kinda
the,
like that.
is this the first class of millionaires coming out of college?
Becoming further millionaires.
But-
Probably,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the caliber of competition, not a concern.
So I would say
I mean, Wyoming and San Diego State aren't Alabama and
no.
Georgia.
So I would say no, because at the same time, teams aren't going to be able to focus on him in the same way, right? Like when he's playing at Boise, everybody knew we're going to stack the box and try to stop Genty, and they still couldn't. Now, in theory, you should have to respect the entire offense more, which could open up for him to because like Geno Smith's a good quarterback. Pete Carroll knows how to run a good offense with like I feel like and just the raw physical tools.
Bigger concern, miles on the odometer. This guy's taking a lot of hits. He's got a lot of carries. I mean, is it a short shelf life for him in the NFL? Because he has toted the rock a lot.
That's a good point. I would say this though. Back in the day, like they just compared it to Emmitt Smith. They used to fucking tote the rock in college all the time. They used to tote the rock in the NFL the whole time.
Fun in high school and college.
Yeah, so I think we're seeing running backs strike back a little bit in the NFL meta. Where last year Derrick Henry, fucking Saquon, Josh Jacobs. Oh, look at that, dude. Look at his high school teammates. Dude. Let's go. Well, actually, just his alma mater. Just an alma mater watch party there.
That's great.
But no, and then look at this draft, right? It's Genty, it's Omarion Hampton, it's Quinshon Judkins, it's not Caleb Jackson. There's more. Hold on, I have it here in the document. I guess the point is this is a high value running back draft.
It's deep. It's very deep.
I did like Genty's letter to GMs though. In a sport where you're supposed to tackle people, pick the guy that they can't tackle. He wrote it a few days ago and put it out on social media. Very simple, very succinct, very laconic.
Travion Henderson is the name you were looking for.
Travion Henderson, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Two Ohio State backs come off the board probably tomorrow.
Cam Scatteraboo.
Caleb
Johnson.
Yeah.
So there's good running backs to be had here.
All right.
Ribs, do we have any updates on the Saints odds, or are you getting any texts or anything?
I have not gotten any updates, not since the last one.
Nookie says, I need Island Handy drinking harder and on the main mic.
I know.
Don't worry, it's coming, guys.
He's coming.
We're trying to lift some of the pressure off of Handy and Otter.
Let him relax a little bit.
Let him relax a little bit before we put him in the main seat. I'm guessing we'll make the transition around the Saints pick.
Yeah, we can let.
What do you want to do?
You're the one that's got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, I'm full sin tonight, dude.
Okay.
This is my happy place.
Okay.
I fucking love Don Juan Cigar Bar. I walk in here and I feel a warming in my loins. I feel an energy in my spine.
Yeah.
I have experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in this building right fucking here.
The number 10 pick is all available because they have to stay ahead. So the 9th is gone, but the odds on favorite at plus 130 to be the 10th pick is Tyler Warren.
To the Bears, yeah.
Wait, you needed him there, close. Right?
I need to wiggle.
He needs a little Genty.
Wiggle.
This could be Membo here to the Jets.
Yeah.
It could be Membo.
Which is a kind of an odd pick to me. I mean, you got Justin Fields. I don't know.
Well, they kind of patched it together last year with some vets, with Moses, not Moses Malone.
Moses Malone.
No, the guy, the right tackle Moses. I'm blanking on his name.
Dylan Moses.
No, what Dylan Moses.
You're just naming people named with the last name Moses.
They want to put somebody on the other side of Olaf.
Moses Malone.
They want to put somebody on the other side of Olaf Pashana.
The Jets pick is in.
I'm going to say Membu here. Armand Membu.
You're talking about when Mel Blount played Moses.
No,
I have these 20, and then he dropped these 10.
Moses Morgan.
Here we go.
Morgan Moses. Morgan.
Yep,
Wiggle. Okay, now Rivers, you said.
I like this better. I like when they're not in the green room. You get to their family, and everyone's so excited.
So you said though that the Saints, a lot of your writers are saying Kelvin Banks at 9.
I said Raw said Kelvin Banks.
Okay, so is it a lower value pick to be picking the third guy at a position instead of number to Warren, for instance?
I don't know. I mean,
Banks a really good player.
He's a very good player.
I like him.
And so it's just so you're saying it's just a high value tackle class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got Josh Simmons from Ohio State.
Who would be probably a top 10 pick had he not been hurt.
Yeah, the patellar tendon, which teams aren't overly concerned about, but it will ding you.
I think it's probably cost him about 8 to 10 slots. I think it's in late teams.
I will say this about Membu.
But I
He's
think
thought to be a better run blocker, right? And a Justin Fields offensive Brees Hall should run the ball a lot.
All right, what are the
so he
Rivers?
has him playing at left guard and then kind of bouncing around. So like
Oh,
moving
really?
him, yeah. So I think maybe he just feels like he can do more for the Saints.
They're praying that Trevor Penning comes around. They didn't pick up his option, but they're praying.
He
that
did
comes around.
okay last year. He's an okay run blocker.
Yeah, he'd be such a better guard in my
I
opinion.
agree.
And,
I
and
agree.
I don't know
think
why
I
they didn't
agree with
move him.
that.
I hope
So,
they
T
kill him
Bob,
more.
if you got the top 3 offensive linemen go, will Miami still take the 4th one with their pick?
That's what I'm saying.
I got them taking offensive tackle.
Okay, well,
I
so
don't know. I don't know. I
Wait.
feel like I'd have to really do who are the Panthers.
well, so Ross said the only thing really standing in their way is the Raiders because the Raiders were favored to pick Banks.
Okay. So the Raiders are out of it now. Who are the Panthers picking now, Andy?
Jalen Walker,
Okay, from
linebacker
Georgia.
from Georgia. Actually, I hope they pass on him because
I have this one. I'm sorry. I got this defensive line edge. This is my next one.
and Walker
Because
is
they built the offensive line last year, and they're supposed to build the defensive line this year. And if you, of the 14 of the 26 teams that they had lines on, the favorite would take a defensive line and edge.
Okay.
It's very, very deep.
I love Scott over there with his
I know,
flashlight
with
and
his
his
flashlight on
bets,
the
his,
Reeves
his,
legal
little,
pad.
his
So I think
portfolio.
this Ribs, after the Panthers pick is announced, I think we switch chairs
Yeah.
with Ott and Han here. Y'all
Yeah.
okay with that? And we'll sub back in later. We'll give you a
About the
break.
28th pick, we'll switch.
No. I
It's in
want
his zone
y'all.
over there with his
I
little
want you
flashlight.
in your Derek Carr
Gamblers are
jersey.
superstitious.
I
Okay?
want you.
Oh, no.
on
What
the-
if
I don't
Tyler
give a
Ward-
fuck.
what if
I
he
don't give a
moves here
fuck.
and then Tyler Ward-
moving. So I
You're
lose.
moving. No.
Good luck moving me.
Okay.
That's fair. Look, that was some other
That's
stuff my dad told me very young is when we were doing well, nobody moved. We did not move.
So just last night, I had a second and third nobody out situation. I'm the Rays game. Sure, I'm going to move. I mean, that's not going to be. I'm going to change it to
Oh,
bigger TV.
no.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bases loaded, nobody out. They didn't fucking score again.
You realize how broken
Unbelievable.
you realize how broken your brain is.
No,
you
I
fucking moving had nothing to do with the Rays not
can follow
playing
it.
anyone.
I can follow you down that road.
Bullshit.
I feel like
The ultimate gambling fallacy. Correlation does equal causation. If only you hadn't had to piss, you fucking pussy. Hold it.
No, I moved him to the bigger TV.
He wanted a
in the
bigger
media
TV.
room. Yes.
the media room.
I repositioned them.
No. Did you go back?
I did. I
You
paced
did,
around
you
the
did,
house.
you did some moving around.
I'm in an empty, they have an empty desk right now. So it was
Oh,
a little
yeah,
lonely
yeah.
last night, pacing the house after the Rays. It was a tie game, too.
The Panthers pick is in. Hanny says Jalen Walker. Graham's off the board. Do the Saints go McHale? So do the Saints go McHale Williams?
They better not go tight
They
end.
might. I mean, that's
No, he was God's on favorite.
yes, that's who. I mean,
Now-
that's who everyone
now-
thinks they're going
Now,
with.
if they pick Tyler Booker, we dance.
Tyler Booker.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
he's got a
Just
bet
know
on
we
it.
dance. What if
You
they do
know-
something absolutely crazy that just makes everyone
who's
very
got Tyler
mad?
Booker, a friend of ours, is a guest on your show weekly.
Who?
Nick.
Oh, does he?
Underhill has
Underhill
Booker.
Booker?
It's a strong source. It's a strong source.
They took him off the board. The Saints. Whereas the
Look at this yellow legal pad.
the Saints
This
were
is like watching John Williams write music.
the Saints were +1.
Famously, John Williams does not use a computer to write music. He still hand writes all of his notes.
The Saints would take a DL edge yesterday, +170, quarterback +250, offensive lineman +380, tight end +750. They were nowhere on the offense, offensive line 380. They took them off the board today. And Booker was getting just a little.
Well, and Nick has been hammering offensive tackle, or offensive lineman, I should say. And
Got him at
Mickey,
ninth pit
I
at
mean,
600,
if
plus
there's
600.
one fucking thing that Mickey loves to do, it's to kind of zig when people sag. Remember the Peyton Turner reaction?
Mickey, we
Yeah,
trust.
it didn't work.
Who the
And make
fuck
sure
is
it's-
that?
Was you right for your for our station survey? It was like faith.
No, yeah, Payne Pope. Because there was a bumper sticker when I was a kid. Bob Phillips, Payne Pope, and Bump.
Yeah.
says Faith, Hope, and Mickey.
Faith, Hope, and Mickey.
I almost played with you, Rivers, and said Russell Erksley because he's the real two-way threat of the draft.
And if you knew who Russell Erksley was, that's really funny.
That's like
really funny.
That's the Saints' worst draft pick of all time. Is that the
Rivers.
punter?
Right.
He's
Yeah.
a punter and a place kicker, and he sucked at both. First round pick.
Oh, wait, the pick is in.
He kicked like a 67-yard field goal at Texas, and the Saints took him in the first round.
So we've always sucked. I mean, I guess, yeah, I know.
Faith, Hope, and Mickey.
Faith, Hope, and Mickey.
What a fucking buffoon.
Oh, my God, it's Tyler Warren. Look at this tweet. I'm just kidding.
That was mean.
The look that
The
Otter
look at
just gave
August
me.
sent you.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Well,
Tataroa.
I lose that one.
Brian Thomas, Tataroa.
Okay.
No, Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I'm being an idiot.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young and Tataroa. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Terrace Marshall, but he's not there anymore. Where is he? I don't know.
No, he's not. He's
Okay.
not. But he, is what's the name with him? DJ Sharp. Is he with Carolina now?
He was. I don't know
No,
if
he's
still
not
is. No,
anymore.
not
You
now.
missed one. Do you want to switch now? Or do you want to wait till after you
We
get
can switch.
or you can wait till after you get past 9 for Warren?
Let's do that.
Okay.
please.
Okay.
No, Chark's not with. He's not with the Panthers anymore.
Yeah, he had bounced around
He
a little
bounced
bit.
around.
Nobody had that motherfucker going there.
No. I
Well,
did
he
not,
doesn't
I
like
did not-
football.
I did not read that anywhere.
That's,
Hey!
The gold bitch showed
All
up.
right. I would take Jalen Walker. I would take Tyler Warren.
What?
Either one of those are good. I
Pretty
mean,
big value for the Saints here with Jalen Walker still being on the
Jalen
board,
Walker.
huh?
If they're going to play an odd front, and you need to stand up outside linebacker to rush the passer, this cat can do it. Plus,
There you go.
he's good in coverage. There's a lot of things he can do.
Also, Kellen Moore coming from Philly. Hasn't Philly made a ton of fucking hay just drafting Georgia
Yes.
defenders?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just draft Georgia defenders and
Jalen
you're being
Moore.
fucking good.
That pick is in already.
Oh, it's in. Oh,
Gotta be Jalen Walker.
He makes a lot of sense there.
Dart.
Jalen
Jackson Dart.
Good God.
Walker
Do it
makes
for
a lot of
Anakin.
sense
Fuck
there.
the youngling.
I feel like the guy playing blackjack next
I mean,
to
they
me.
really will.
Too real.
Too real.
Tyler Booker out of nowhere. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. Plus 600. I
Come
want to
on.
see Saints fans rage. Tyler
Yes.
Booker. And Mickey, we trust.
I mean, I feel like
Look, my
Yeah.
son keeps texting me, Shedeur Sanders here. I said, keep studying, boy.
Word. DJ Drama, $2. Tell him to bust down my AP perfect timing. I don't know what that means.
what do you say?
Wow.
I don't know.
Carolina, that's woo. Well, he does. We talk about it a lot, Charlie. He has a bad offensive line, and they tried last year, and a bad group of weapons.
Yeah.
Such a weird
I mean,
fit
it was
for this.
stuff.
Thielen. I mean, Thielen's 40.
That's not what he's wearing tonight.
No, but
yes.
still.
I don't think this is a terrible pick. They need.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think this is a terrible pick.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
I mean, they need other
Charlie.
stuff, but I
you're
don't
not
think this is a terrible pick.
Charlie. You bit my finger. Charlie.
Rivers.
Charlie.
Charlie
bit my finger.
Well, who would you take? Who would you take?
I'd have taken the defensive lineman for Georgia. The coverage
Walker. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think that would have been a better pick, but I don't think this is a terrible pick.
It's hard to find trade.
Oh, shit. I got a tweet from Nick Underhill 2 minutes ago. The
Banks.
Saints are picking Kelvin Banks.
Ross did it.
Ross just texted the Louisiana Sports.net group.
Ross did
Kelvin Banks.
Okay.
Otter, are you good?
Where's
Warren
Is that
over.
a dub?
Tyler Warren
Let's
over.
fucking go!
go.
All right,
Where's
switch it
Matt?
up. Switch it up.
Oh, bathroom, man.
Switch
here
it
we go.
up. Here we go, Hanny. Hop in the
Here,
main
get
chair.
up in here. Get up in here.
You're taking Rivers off camera to put me on camera. You want
Yes.
people to watch, right? I mean,
Hanny, hop in the main
I'll hop
chair.
in
Here.
over.
One day more.
Ross nailed it. Ross nailed it.
I know. How about that? Where do you want me to go? I want to be right here. Can I get right here?
Oh, okay.
You sit there, bro.
Well, I'll let T Bob so that he can
Camel Griff. Oh shit. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. All right, so Tyler Warren goes over 9.5, and he's got to be the favorite to go right here. We just looked at it a few picks ago. They're saying about 3 picks a row. But the yeah, what up, brother? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. You too, man. He's doing good. He's at Alabama.
What's he doing?
He's at Alabama.
Yeah, Bo went to Wake Forest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great, man. Have y'all been to visit?
Sorry?
You been up there to visit?
Oh, God.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful campus.
It's way too expensive. I know. That's all right.
You boys playing ball at all?
No.
So I know, man.
You look great.
Good to see you, brother.
We don't.
Matt, so all right, Matt.
Hey, little louder!
So Tyler Warren,
They took.
Tyler,
Awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Awesome.
Hey. Mine is about
hey, so Tyler Warren over 9.5 cashes.
That'll be
How do you feel it,
Carolina defensive line edge loses. I mean, they took
Oh,
Ted
yeah, they
McMillan.
took Tedderone McMillan.
Yeah. So
All
that
right.
loses.
Ribs, are you jumping in here?
Well, I mean, I can't. Where did Hanny go?
I don't know.
Please, Rip.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just
you
gonna
got-
hang
you
out
got-
until
it's on my
T-Bob came
foot.
back.
You got your foot.
Let me send Handy to give me a drink.
All right, how do we feel about Kelvin Banks?
So you
By the way,
did you comment about my tell you my draft outfit? Don't you see our quarterback, our piece of shit quarterback?
bro, like, is there still any confusion about him whatsoever?
No. Look,
Like-
I was saying T-Bob, who is the most devil's advocate, like friendly, not gonna like be that mad about people kind of guy, is like, get out of here, Derek Carr.
Everybody hates him.
Get out. If you got T-Bob out here hating you,
So why did he like it in the first place?
I don't know that he liked him, but he just has a very like
Yeah.
T-Bob has a general gentle attitude about people unless you just really make him mad.
Right.
He's going to always play devil's advocate. He's always going to be like, well, look at it from this perspective.
Yeah.
He's not looking at it from any other perspectives anymore.
There is no explanation.
You know, I think what got him was that he didn't show up for workouts. That was it. That's what pushed him over his edge.
You're the team leader. You don't show up for voluntary workouts. What a
Oh, my
check.
gosh.
It's making $150 million. All right, how do we feel about Kelvin Banks?
We feel good, right?
Got to protect your franchise quarterback.
What franchise quarterback? So so I guess the question is, was all the Jackson Dart stuff just bullshit?
Yes.
I mean,
His
yes.
over under.
Well-
The last we checked was his over under is like 23.5. So is Shador's.
Well,
So-
even like Ross wrote about that earlier too. Is like we're talking about it, but is it just like a bluff? Are they just trying to smoke screen? What are we doing?
But the thing is, like, I mean, Otter, you've taught me this over the years. Like, it's very hard to get value betting the draft because the information's so good. So,
There's
like,
not hard to get value. Have you seen his portfolio over here?
no, well, it's because his information is good. I know, but
It's like he keeps like flipping through
Well,
his.
wait.
How many plays do you have?
How many pages do you have?
I got this today.
Unlimited.
okay?
Oh, what?
I got this today. They said, "Hey,
Odds text is so big.
he says my neighbor said I was playing to watch last year in draft showed his legal pad.
It's
legal
It's a full legal pad.
Okay, so do we? All right, I'm just getting.
All right,
settled.
yes.
Son, I'm
Look,
on
and
the-
if
I'm on
you'd
the
like to
air,
read
son.
about this pick, you can go to LouisianaSports.net.
That would be
Rivers.
wonderful.
Tell my son
Saint Select.
I'm on the air. I work
Hello,
for a living.
hello.
Somebody's got to pay for
Your father works for a living. He's got to go to Monte Carlo.
Allegedly. Hi,
Oh,
Hanny.
here, Hanny, you come here.
Don't
No,
leave, Rivers.
Hanny. Huh? Hanny, everyone wants to see you.
Here, I'll move over.
Charlie,
Hanny, sit
Charlie.
here. I'll move to.
Talk to Ethan. Talk to that boy.
There you go, Hanny. All right. What the hell that is? All right, what's good,
You got
everybody?
enough room? You got some leg room?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I just want to make sure these Bocock cigars are being shown off on the screen there. It's kind of out of the shot. Oh well.
You want to move it over?
No, it would have to come back this way. It's okay. If I'd have to have like a table here or something to put it. Yeah, if that'll stay. Yeah, that's good. How about that, dude? Shout out to Bocock. They're great. LSU alums.
Uh-huh.
Those are the cigars.
You came by earlier.
Yeah, man,
You
they're
told us
awesome,
to
dude.
Help ourselves.
The hat.
Yep. I'm going to wait until we get a little deeper into the night to enjoy one.
Fair enough.
So we talked to Max. Max is actually working his real job tonight. He's
Yeah.
on the draft coverage for Cleveland, one of Cleveland's biggest. He said they are pissed.
About trading.
Trading out to Travis
Can
Hunter.
we turn Jimmy's mic up or my mic down and the master up? Maybe I'm too loud. He's not loud enough. I don't know what.
That's what they were telling.
Now we've been moving these mics around. Now I don't know who's who.
And we all project it. Like I'm a little low now.
But
I don't
it's
know.
start-
There we go.
How did you
There we go. Let me
How
see.
did
All
you get that
Hey,
thing
big.
to stay? Because that headset has ED.
Yeah,
This
oh
one?
yeah, you have to tilt it like straight up. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what happened?
Like that one will.
Straight up?
It needs Goodwood men's sexual wellness.
It needs a woman's touch.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was it not working for you?
Hey,
Look.
hey,
Okay.
I would
this
not
magic
like to
hands.
have HR. All right, call us after this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's.
This is a censored show.
Noted.
Noted. Okay, well, just tell me.
All right.
We'll mess around with these mics.
It's Mitzi's favorite. Whenever he fucks
Hanny,
up, duly noted.
Hanny, what do you think? Hanny, what do you think about Kelvin Banks?
Solid pick. The guy's been a very he's got a very similar career path track to Will Campbell. Started from the day he showed up at Texas.
Hey, T Bob,
Hey,
You know,
you want to jump on?
has held down the left side of that line. Could probably play tackle or guard at the next level. He had problems against Georgia and Mikael Williams, but other than that, the
Dad's
guy's been
pick got to
rock
be
solid.
Tyler Warren here.
Yeah.
No.
Colston Loveland.
wow.
Other tight end.
Oh, if you had him to be the
Look at
first
that.
tight end to
The
go,
other tight end.
that's an upset there. That's an upset. I'm fine with him, Matt. I think it's a good, solid pick. He feels the need. I don't think that's a reach. I think he goes
Right.
the next
Warren
5 or
not
6
even the
picks.
first.
It's not who I would have picked.
You
but
know-
I think it's a solid pick.
You know what I love about this?
What's that?
Don Juan is usually a very chill place. Like, if you ever just come here on a day,
Yeah.
it's just people maybe in their bay. You come here when we're here, this
Yeah.
place is a shit show. I mean, this is fucking packed.
Yeah.
Like, and it's awesome. I love it here, man.
No,
I love it.
I can imagine. One night we'll swap. I'll come do whiskey and wine, and you can do the post game show.
I'll pass, actually. I'm good. I enjoy doing what I do.
Yeah, I do too. That's a little bit of an upset there. That Loveland went.
JJ in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat said, I usually watch Matt and T Bob. Is that Hanny, and who is the woman talking? Well, let's introduce everybody for those who don't know. This is Charles Handegriff,
How you doing?
Jimmy Ott, the co-host of Live at Lunch on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. The woman talking just now is Rivers Huey, who is a former producer of Off the Bench and the digital media director running LouisianaSports.net. T Bob was here a minute ago, and I'm sure we'll be back.
Can't take a bathroom break.
No, his bathroom breaks take like 5 seconds. We've timed him. He
Okay.
he does. what's the massage, the exercises where you clench your ball muscle down there?
I really don't know.
He'll come by to me. And Mike Hale said, "Tell Rivers Hugh I love her." Rivers got her fans, man. First show.
I need Miami to take an offensive lineman with 3 already gone.
So I was driving back from Lafayette. I was trying to keep up with the draft. The big surprise so far is the trade up by Jacksonville. Yeah, did they give up too much to go up to 2?
Well, you got closest thing to a lock, that you've had in a long time, in Travis Hunter, and in the era of load management, you can't get this guy off the field. You better be right with the other picks, because they get a lot for moving down 3 picks, but to move out the top 3 is a cliff dive.
And to take Mason Graham. You basically went from Travis Hunter to Mason Graham.
Well, I don't have a problem with that, putting him next to a guy that I just signed long term, who's all pro.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a handful to deal with.
You talking about Miles Garrett?
Yes, yes, those two. Yeah. So that's a handful. So, Miles Garrett's happy.
No shit.
You pick and choose. Because any great defensive line, it has to work as a unit. You just can't have one of them. And they're getting a lot. They need a lot. That roster needs a lot. Everybody's trying to move down, but to move out of Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter is a major shock.
Nookie said, need more Island Hanning. Where's the hat, man?
The headphones don't fit over the hat is the problem.
We can make that work.
All right, you do that, and I'll bring the hat. I still got the hat.
That might be the best thing that came out of COVID was this. This all was.
That was a fun show.
We did a companion show during COVID when everybody was at home, and we did a Zoom. We streamed, and I don't know. Hanny drank about half a bottle of Jack and was yelling about who's that fucking quarter? Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen, who was in the league for about 4 minutes.
Top 10 pick.
He was
top 10 pick.
Hey, you were yelling at me when I was saying Jameis Winston is who they should sign. Yeah. And you were yelling at me like, somebody realistic. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
realistic?
At the time, Jameis Winston was under contract and they hadn't cut him yet, if I remember right. But Rosen was free. We remember the quote there. But he was terrible. A top 10 pick that was on, I think, 4 teams in 5 years. That's hard to do.
Yeah, he's bad. And there was something weird, like he was out of the league, but he was younger than Joe Burrow or something. It was something like that. Anyway. Thank y'all for being here. Man, there's 400 watching live, which is awesome. If you haven't done it yet, please smash the like button there on YouTube. Big shout out to Don Juan Cigar Bar for hosting us, and also our friends at Bocock Cigars, LSU alums. They did a really cool collab. You can get these here at Don Juan. You like that? The pinstripe box?
Absolutely.
It's got Jay Johnson's signature on it too, bottom right. So
2000 team reunion this weekend.
Yeah, man. I was talking to Terrio about it today.
Yeah, you got Terrio on. We're gonna have Brad Cressy on tomorrow.
Cool.
As well. So Charlie and I were both in Omaha for that College World Series, and one of the classics. 96 is remembered so much, but that was how many lead changes in that game? It was back and forth.
Yeah, I remember Talent gave up the grand slam early in that game, and LSU came back. It was like 5 innings without a hit, and then came back. Barbier's homer got him back in it.
And Jeremy Witten homered, Barbier homered.
Yeah.
Edmund Muth is the guy that hit the ball that was going to be a 3-run homer, and Ray Wright went over the wall, took it back. Yeah. Incredible. I was at that College World Series. I just graduated high school and went to every, not just LSU, went to every game. We got there.
Oh, really?
We got to Rosenblatt every morning at like 8 a.m., stood outside the right, because it was general seating.
Yeah.
And so we'd go sit in the front row and watch every game of that entire World Series. It's fucking amazing.
Reggie Cages won 2 games in
that
World Series.
The bunt against Clemson.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Tony Robichaux's best team. They held their ace
by 1,000.
Yeah, but they held their ace in the Super Regional against South Carolina, who was the #1 seed in the country that year. That was
we got to
ballsy.
we got to know the right fielders very well, sitting in the front row. The Cajuns' right fielder was a guy named Tommy Clark, who actually connected with when Coach Rogue passed.
Oh, wait, so you were down the right because most of
we
the
were in the
general
front
mission
row
is
right
left
field.
field.
And I don't know what it is now, but then
No, but Rosenblatt.
Yeah,
You know,
Rosenblatt, yeah.
It was, Charlie, don't you remember? It was always the general mission line we'd see is left field. But
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, it was. I'm thinking about Rosenblatt.
Yeah, we parked on the other side.
All right, picks in here for the 49ers. What do we think's happening here?
Defensive line edge.
Jalen Walker.
Oh yeah, I guess we can follow Twitter because everybody's.
Oh, I don't know if that's just my guess. I'm not telling you.
Like when I walked in here, it is Michael Williams.
Okay, so that's a lot of people had the Saints taken.
Yep.
You know, I think he was.
Sorry for the spoiler.
He was the favorite.
Michael.
Yeah, for the Saints.
When it went off, the Saints, Michael Williams and Jackson Dart had the same odds, or plus 280 at DraftKings, both of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. That's why the Dart thing became such a conversation today, because his odds just exploded up, and it made sense. Like the first report about the Saints trying to trade back into round 1 from 40. And then there was the report that they were trying to trade down. It made sense. They were trying to find a middle spot to be able to take the quarterback to not reach for him at 9. So I get what they were doing, but you got to find a trade partner.
This guy's got the strangest stat line I think I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks last year, 4 of them against Texas. And one of them against and it was against Calvin Banks, who the Saints just took.
Which game?
Oh, let me ask another.
2 in the first game and 2 in the second game.
Okay.
But 1 sack against UMass the rest of the year. And there were games where he just absolutely disappeared. Not as bad as Shamar Sanders from Texas A&M. But he's one of those guys, man. He looks like $1 million. He's 6'5". He's 265 pounds. He's got every measurable, but he just disappeared for such long periods. That's why I was nervous about the Saints taking him.
One big thing I know they talked about was Williams had the ankle injury that bothered him all year. Said he played at about 60% all season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't disregard that. I mean, I think that's certainly legitimate. But it's also interesting about the Georgia guys, man, because when you're on a defense full of pros, how do you make sense out of who's actually great or who's just playing on a defense full of pros?
I always say the biggest busts come from the best teams, because in football you can be hid. I mean, you can look so much better when you're surrounded by a bunch of good players. I mean, how many Alabama busts have there been? You know, with their heyday. You know, they've had some hits as well,
especially the secondary.
So it's tricky. I mean, even going from high school to college, you'll see the biggest amount of busts for the more successful programs. So.
Has Georgia had a better run, though, than Alabama would say? Because we were very nervous about Jalen Carter.
You're talking about the hit rate of that? Georgia, this run has been better. But this guy right here might be getting the benefit of the doubt because of the hit rate, that Georgia's on right now. Okay. There's no doubt.
Jalen Carter was a hit. Nolan Smith has been a hit with Philadelphia.
Yes.
Trayvon Walker's been a disappointment because he was number 1 pick, but he hadn't been a bust. Jordan Davis has been a hit with Philadelphia. And so they've actually got a little bit better hit rate.
Than Bama did,
yeah.
Well, look, Bama busted at corner and on the offensive line, it feels like. I mean, I'm just doing that like by feel.
Yeah.
But like they would have corners and offensive linemen go around one. It feels like all those guys ended up sucking.
Yeah, Leatherwood and Jonah Williams to start off with. I mean, those guys.
Let me follow up one other quick one on Kelvin Banks. So do we think Kelvin Banks is going to play left guard, or is he going to play right tackle and they move Penning?
That's what I would prefer, but I think it's, Kellen Moore may have a completely different take on this whole situation. You could put Banks at left guard and be fine. It's what do you think of Trevor Penning? And I think they didn't extend him this week.
He sucks.
I think Kelvin Banks is going to go out to that right tackle, and they're going to try to salvage Penning inside.
Tyler Booker. Wow. There's another Alabama offensive lineman sure to suck. Way to go, Dallas.
I don't know. That guy's pretty solid.
I thought the Saints might take it the way it was going.
Yeah, I'm good not taking Tyler Booker. By the way, one other thing. None of these teams are using their full 10 minutes. This shit is flying.
It
by.
is.
It is fucking flying by.
Yeah.
Dolphins on the clock.
I actually like Tyler Booker. I think he's going to be a really good player. You look at the tape on him; he's solid. 6'4", 325 pounds. He's almost no pressures on him. He's a good run blocker. I think he's going to be solid. Who's the center for the Colts? He's out of Alabama. Ryan
Miller.
He's
been a good player. Absolutely.
He's been a really good player. So they haven't all been bust. So we got to look at who's dropping now. Tyler Warren is dropping.
Yeah.
Jalen Walker is dropping.
Yeah, how about Tyler Warren still on
These
the
are
board?
guys that we thought would be gone by
So
now.
Jalen, here's the best available from ESPN. Jalen Walker, Tyler Warren, Will Johnson, the cornerback from Michigan.
That's who you fade, Jimmy. If you're looking for Miami to go offensive line here, Will Howard. And the Jalen Ramsey story, I would have said 3 days ago, Dolphins offensive line for sure. But with Will Howard there and Jalen Ramsey out the door, I don't know, man. I think that might be the pick.
Here's the numbers with Tua. With Tua 40 and 24, 625 win percentage. Without him, 7-13, 350. And I mean, they're committed to him with the contract. The owner, it was pretty predictable that they were going to sign him long term, no matter what you think of him. And it's been ugly. And who did they pick? And who did they pick up? In the offseason with Zach Wilson. I don't think that's their answer either.
The next
Drunk Vigo, damn right, son. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Shout out Evolve Fitness. Rivers Huey, get me right, 5 a.m. every morning. Let's go.
Looking good, T Bob.
Vigo said I was looking good.
Next best offensive
good,
lineman on the
T-Bob.
board, Josh Simmons from Ohio State, who had injury problems. Josh Connerly from Oregon could be the pick here.
How about our guy Chuck? Fucking cowgirl ass loving, douchebag ass fucking Celtics fan. And now he has to cheer. Now he has to cheer for another Alabama motherfucker in that uniform. Sad. He was just ripping on the Saints for drafting O-line, and now he goes Booker. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, here we go.
Need offensive lineman here.
Well, Otter, what are we looking at? What's next
Offensive
for you?
lineman. Right
That's
here.
it. Just
He
go out.
wants Josh Simmons. He wants Josh Connerly. He wants Gray Zabel.
Wait,
Randy
I
McKay's guy.
played your Dolphins. What do we have with Dolphins? O-line? I played this.
There's been a run on O-linemen thus far.
I know.
Let's see.
Four of the top 12.
Look at that fucking chain. The T-Book custom chain.
T-Book.
I need a T-Bob custom chain just like that right there, dude. And that little lapel
The
TB.
energy this show needs.
And that little
needs
lapel
T-Bob.
TB, dude.
T Bob drip. That's yes.
The show needs T-Bob. What can we say?
Good for Book, man. That's a good moment. Good for all these guys. It's a little better than when I got $500 as an undrafted free agent. 308 after taxes, boys. 308 after taxes.
Were the Rams the only ones that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a little surprising, man. As much as you played, like they were the only one to call.
Who's this? This one of his Alabama boys right here?
Yeah,
Milrow.
that's Milrow.
All right, there we go.
Why is Milrow there?
Because Milrow doesn't give a fuck.
Is someone actually going to take him in the first round?
No way.
Maybe.
There's no shot, right?
I don't think he cares, though. I saw him talking about it.
Look at you, boys, fired up.
It's an all-expense paid trip to Green Bay. I mean, go.
That's what he said. He said it's once in a lifetime. You never get to go to the draft. I'm going to go to the draft, and I'm going to be fucking excited to hear my name called whenever it's called.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
right.
Good for him, bro.
Yeah.
I
And
like
plus, he's not the main character. It's Shadur, right? Like, that's the guy. Even though I feel like we haven't seen as many Shadur shots as I thought we would thus far. We've seen a few cutaways, but it hasn't been this.
I hadn't noticed any.
That's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
hasn't been this overriding storyline like I thought it was going to
They
be.
went to it once, and it was an empty couch.
Yeah, it's
like he
every
was
time-
supposed to be
every
there, and he
time-
wasn't.
Every
Yeah.
time they've done it, it's been an empty couch. Like
Yeah.
they would cut away to him if he was there and getting reactions and shit.
Oh, so he's playing it to where he doesn't have to be on camera being disappointed.
Yeah, he's not. It's just a couch to the wall.
The family, the Sanders family is camera savvy. Is that what really?
Yeah, exactly right.
And he hasn't beaten off in his life. Okay.
Never once.
How did that become a story?
He said
never mind.
it.
I don't want to know.
He said it on his own talk show. He's got a talk show called I've Got Time, which I literally don't understand how he has time to do anything. He doesn't even have time to jerk off, apparently.
I'm sorry, I missed the story. So Shadur says he's never.
No, Deion said he's never jacked off in his entire life. He said, I never had to pleasure myself. I don't want to sound, but like I never had to.
I want to change topics.
You're on the wrong show.
I really want to change topics.
Hanny, you need more drink.
Can we go back to talking about offensive linemen?
You need more drink.
Well, okay. Hey, look, there's a barrel over there that they're pouring old fashions out of.
Let's go.
Bring me one.
Let me know whenever you need one. I got you. You need another
ready.
one? All
I'm
right.
ready.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get Hanny a drink.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, who all needs drinks? What do we need? Old fashioned?
Old fashions.
What do you want, Matt?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, 3 old fashions. I'll be right back.
It's really good. It's fun. It's a Jefferson's Ocean's old fashioned. I don't know who the Dolphins are going to pick, but I know the happiest team is the Colts. If Tyler Warren doesn't go here, and I don't think he will.
He's not going here.
No, unless the Dolphins trade.
They lost. They
the
lost
Big Ten.
Armstead too, man. I mean, it's not that they're stuck. It's not the tight. I mean, the tackle they want, the lineman they want, but they got to get one.
Josh Simmons or Josh Connolly is who you're banking on. But it might be Will Howard.
The Colts pick is in.
Oh, the Colts pick is Tyler Warren. They're going to run.
Yeah,
they're going to sprint to the podium.
It's already in.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins are taking. Oh my God, what the fuck? The Dolphins are taking Michigan defensive tackle Kenneth Grant.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
That's fine. Was he in any of the first round conversations?
Late first round.
Okay.
This is early for him, no question. That guy is 330 pounds and he can move.
That's fine. I just hadn't heard his name in mocks.
Late first round. Late first round.
So Twitter gets all this shit way ahead of TV.
Yeah.
So then Tyler Warren is going 14 to the Colts.
Yeah, that's
so the next two picks
that's
are
dream
already
scenario for the Colts. Yeah.
The next two picks are already in.
Okay.
I'm just out here playing spoiler.
And look, I can tell you the Falcons are going to take Mike Green out of Marshall. I would bet on that right now, which is too late. But Mike Green, the edge rusher out of Marshall.
So are there any? Is there anything worth betting on right now, or no?
No, it's tough. This is
They crush the odds, man. I mean, they really have.
But everything is not available pretty much. I mean, you just have the individual, like the number pick, like the 14th pick or the 17th pick. Well, because there's different your mock drafts are done once they have a little zigzag in it, and we certainly have had that.
Jimmy, can you still get an over-under?
17th pick right now. The favorite is Mike Green, then Shamar Stewart, James Pierce Jr.
Yeah.
So Walter Nolan is fourth choice for the 17th pick. That's what's available right now. So
can you still get an over-under on Shedeur?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's all.
Okay, so not an offensive lineman and not a corner either. You got to wonder if Will Howard's injury is more serious than they're letting on because he's starting to slide. The corner from Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
I'm a big Kenneth Grant fan, though.
Are we surprised Jalen Walker's still out there?
Yes, very much so. Very much so. Who did the mock, Jimmy? We were talking about in the show today. Max said Jalen Walker slid past everybody and got to Atlanta at 15, and he was going to throw up. There was somebody that had mocked that, and I'm trying to remember who it was. Hang on, I'll look back at my text messages because he sent us that. Let's see. It's Daniel Jeremiah's, who we like. It was his mock draft that had
Falcons with Walker,
and he said he was going to throw up if that happened. Well, it might. That could very easily happen. That'd be a great pick for Atlanta, unfortunately.
Well, we say this is a dream scenario, but we don't know if the Colts had the Michigan tight end ahead of Warren. They took two, so somebody obviously did.
I can't imagine the Colts thought that they would get Tyler Warren at 14.
I know that, Charlie, but I mean they got one of them.
Right.
We know at least one team had the Michigan tight end ahead of him.
Sure. And that after he went, that the Colts didn't try to trade up, and maybe they did and just couldn't get a deal done.
Well, shit. The teams weren't likely to take him, too. Thank you, T Bob.
Thank you, T Bob.
Thanks, T.
When I speak of you, I'll speak well.
Cheers to T Bob. Cheers to T Bob. Thank you for the
Cheers
drink.
to T Bob.
Cheers,
Cheers,
cheers, boys. Cheers.
Good job, T Bob.
Straight out the Don Juan barrel, baby.
T, you want to sit?
No, I'm good. Otter, how about it? Warren's still on the board.
No, he just went off with the Colts.
Where'd he go?
The
Okay,
Colts.
with the Colts. Okay.
Yeah, and they were desperate for a tight end.
Jeremiah is one of our favorite mock guys because he's pretty plugged in, and he had Jalen Walker to the Falcons. He may be right here.
I've been someone who shits on mock drafts a lot, but I read something from Diana Rossini today that I thought was pretty interesting, where she was talking about how they do pay attention to the mocks because these are people that have sources. They're not coming out of nowhere.
Right.
And so, like other NFL executives, they do put some stock in them. All right, that's a great pick for Indy.
They're ecstatic.
Jimmy, what's your next play? What's Atlanta doing?
I don't have anything on Atlanta.
Damn, look
I
at Todd
lost
Warren's
Miami
grandpa.
taking
He's
offensive
asleep,
lineman.
dude.
What's that?
Todd Warren's grandpa on the far right. He's asleep.
He looks like Adam Silver.
That's Papa. Nobody fucks with that man right there, bro.
What took you so fucking long?
That's a Pennsylvania Papa.
No mess with Pop.
How many people can you fit on the couch?
Who's Atlanta gonna go?
Will Johnson?
That's what I'm saying.
Jalen
When is Will
Walker.
Johnson?
Jalen Walker or Mike Green. Mike Green's possibly out of Marshall.
Jalen Walker's still not off the board.
Right.
Here's your best available. Jalen Walker, Will Johnson, Jahdae Barron, Derek
Marion
Harmon,
Hampton, Josh Simmons.
Walter Nolan, James Pierce, Maxwell Harrison, G.I. Campbell, Mike Green, and Marion Hampton, Shamar Stewart.
So what happened to James Pierce? He just doesn't like football. That's the latest on Pierce.
They don't like him against the run. They like him as a
that makes
passer.
sense.
They don't
Yeah,
like him against the run.
He's lighting the ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that. Look.
I love Walter Nolan, by the way. I think Walter Nolan's going to be a really good pro.
Yeah.
Wherever he ends up.
God, the Tyler Warren USC game was one of the highlights of last football season. That man lined up at center.
Yeah. Damn near beat USC by himself.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
Look, that was our Taysom Hill right there.
Look, I'd have been fine if the Saints would have taken him. I'd have been fine with the Saints taking
Otto would not have been.
Tyler Warren.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good player. Really good player.
They have to get a big body pass catcher, a tight end or a receiver.
Yeah.
So
somewhere in this draft.
LSU signed a guy, because Tyler Warren's all state in like how many sports? I mean, all kinds. And LSU signed a tight end that was all state in basketball, who threw a 50-yard touchdown pass in the state championship game.
And who had a steal at Alabama and a tomahawk dunk.
And he switched to defensive tackle after 1 year.
Oh, wait a
Spears?
minute. Say
Yep.
that? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All-state basketball player, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
You and I call games.
I
with
thought you were
Marcus.
talking.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking trade ends for a second.
Oh, Tredez was
He played end at LSU. That's all. Spears?
defensive. Defensive line.
Defensive
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
Yeah, D-line, whatever, He
also,
also,
do you know Marcus Spears?
Shut the fuck up, man.
Marcus Spears also played fullback. He
Yes.
Yeah,
played fucking
yeah.
fullback.
You heard
too.
that?
What?
I feel like Jacob Hester just got an erection somewhere.
Fullback,
After Matt
yeah.
mentioned the word fullback. I could feel it
He
all
did.
the way from Lambeau.
He played fullback
Live
in a
on
game.
the set.
Well, remember Booger caught a touchdown, huh?
I don't
LSU?
remember. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, yes.
Booker
Oh,
catching
yeah.
the
Against
touchdown.
Florida,
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah.
Wait, he caught a touchdown against Florida? I
Yes.
don't remember that.
Yeah, he did.
98?
It was one of the bad years. It was either 98 or 99.
One of the bad.
No,
No,
his
it
last year was his last season. Was
98 was the upset of number one.
No,
No,
97.
97.
No, 97.
when
Okay.
Page
It was
was
the
there.
next
There, we
year.
wore gold jerseys.
No, he caught one here. He caught
that-
one in Tiger Stadium.
might have been a
It might
freshman.
not have been Florida. But he caught one.
I know. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite D-line touchdown of all time was Warren Sapp catching one and then doing the Beyonce booty twerk in the end zone.
Yeah.
All-time highlight. That's when he was playing for the Bucks against the Falcons. I was at that game.
I saw Booger right after mini camp, and I said, Sapp. He was the same height and weight as Sapp, and he had to but he talked to me. He said, "Man, he'll never shut up."
No, there you go. It was 95, Florida.
95
95.
Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Played fullback in short yardage situations, 95, caught a touchdown pass against Florida.
Let's go, Boog.
Bay Book.
I caught a touchdown in practice one time.
See,
You know.
not all my mental capacity is fucked up for gambling.
Well,
Okay.
96 was an ass whipping there.
Oh,
That
Jimmy
was
and I
when-
watched that game from the sideline.
That was
Bruh.
was
The
that
Dan- the Danny
58-3. What was that final?
56-13.
56. And then 97 one here. 98 was a pretty close game. It was we wore gold jerseys
Yes.
there because
Arnold-
Spurrier was a dick face and wanted to wear
Booker
white.
had the long touchdown interception
He had a
return.
pick six.
That
Arnold Miller had a
yeah.
blocked field goal to keep it close. No, they were
Yeah.
in that game.
no, the 96
I thought
game in Florida.
Wesley didn't have a pick six. It was Wesley or
I
Booker.
thought it was Fred
Booker
Booker.
Booker
Fred
was long.
Booker.
Booger had a pick six.
No, Booker, Fred
oh,
Booker.
Booker.
Fred Booker,
Oh,
the
okay.
defensive back out of Hammond. And no, Jimmy and I watched the 96 ass whipping from the sideline.
That's, and you were probably sweating
Florida-
your dicks off.
Florida-
Well, we had to go do
Spurrier-
the post game at the Purple Porpoise.
T Bob.
That was
So Friday show at the Purple
that
Porpoise.
was an interesting
We had to get
show.
around.
Wait,
Fuck
what
that.
is
Oh,
the purple porpoise
Purple
It's the
Porpoise is
bar
the
at
most
Gainesville.
popular
Right
bar
across.
closest to the stadium.
Oh man, that day.
in
Okay.
Florida, in
Yeah, in
Gainesville?
Gainesville.
Yeah,
And so we had to dodge parade traffic.
homecoming
They
parade.
scheduled LSU for the homecoming. That's how fucking
And
The
that's how
old ball
dumb-
coach, dude.
Yes.
crap out of
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Oh look,
I don't know that I've ever felt more uncomfortable as an opposing fan than I was at the Purple Porpoise.
Yes.
Where you just felt like
Purple
everybody wanted to beat the shit out of you.
We,
you know what?
Oh,
we
no,
made
no.
friends.
Just
Because you were there.
The biggest piece of shit fan base in the
Florida
world.
and Arkansas.
It's the only
It's the
post game
two.
show I've ever done where I
Florida
had beer poured over my head on air.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
But
The
but the
fucking real
co-eds,
ones.
but the co-eds were structurally sound.
hey, they poured beer over Jimmy's head, and I said, "That's it. We canceled the show early, and we pulled the equipment before they
Yes.
pulled beer on the equipment."
No.
And then we packed all the equipment away and we started drinking and we had a great time. If you're going to get your ass beat,
All
let's
right,
soon
I
have a
guess
drink.
we got to call it, guys. I don't want to. I guess we got to call it. All right, man.
Jimmy, get us a beer. And the next thing I know, it's quarter to
What?
12.
What LSU fan wanted to recap of that ass whipping? Lord. I mean, and look, the owner said, "Wait, y'all want to do a show after the game
He
here?"
warned us.
He warned us.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, Jalen Walker. They said a less than 1% chance he would still be available at 15.
Wow.
He shouldn't be. That's a good. That guy's a good player.
I mean, Atlanta, Georgia. Surely you take Walker here, right?
I would,
High value.
but then I would have taken him at 9 with the Saints. So
yeah, hometown guy.
it's either got to be Walker or Mike Green here. One of the two.
If you go Mike Green over Walker, the Falcons fans would rage.
Yes, I agree.
Knicks up 5. Fuck. Okay.
God, you know who I didn't know anything about that I'm loving now?
Oklahoma up 4.
Joe
It's,
Mazzulla.
Who?
Mazzulla, the Celtics head coach. Dude.
Oh,
He's fucking hilarious.
yeah.
It's Walker.
Yeah.
It's Jalen Walker?
Twitter saying Jalen Walker.
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Falcons
Good pick.
get a good one. Get a homeboy. Get,
Yeah.
How do we feel about the Saints having to play Jalen Walker?
Not
I mean,
great.
Kelvin Banks versus Jalen Walker, right? The future laid down right here tonight.
Well, Banks can block anybody but Mikael Williams, apparently.
How
True.
about this? Tina Howell tweeted, Saints offensive tackle Kelvin Banks said he was silently committed to playing for LSU until Coach O was fired.
Fuck! Fucking pandemic. I believe in my heart of hearts Coach O would have survived without the pandemic.
Yeah, no doubt. That was going to happen.
I think he could have made it, dude.
Yeah, I could have made it.
Bitch, suck my dick, bitch. Fuck you.
Hard pass.
Fuck you. So what? A guy wants to smash a little bit finally, you know? Give him a fucking break.
Hey,
I got no problem with that.
Did Beg have that same comment as Prime?
What did it, Jesus
No,
Christ.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I have it on good authority that was not the case.
Charlie, your Charlie, your thoughts.
I may
This is a show with no breaks, right?
I may actually have a bit of a
no.
source here.
You knew?
Jalen Walker. Okay, Falcons. Fuck you. All right, I'm going to piss.
Thanks for sharing.
He'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, what are the workouts you do, T Bob? Oh, that's me coming back. What does he call those? The Kegels. That's what he calls them. Kegels. Flexes the little muscle in your, between your ball sack and your asshole. It's supposed to strengthen all that, make you have a better stream and shit.
Kegels.
Yeah.
Arthur Blank. Discounted concessions for everybody.
It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
You see what Penn State baseball did this week? Let everybody in the park for free and gave out free hot dogs.
Wait. This is you
6,000 people.
You got to see the best concession ever. You should check out this dish.
By the way, shout out Bocock. Look at that. Can you see the Tiger Head branded cutter and the lighters?
Look at that. Look at the sea bass concession.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Now
where is that?
Look.
Monte Carlo. Where is that? No, I'm sorry. Where'd you see the picture?
No, that's mine.
Oh, that's your phone. Oh,
no,
that's concessions?
That's the concession. Yes. Yes. It's not a hot dog. It's sea bass with fresh vegetables, dude.
What up, bro? What's up, Josh? I know, bro. They're awesome.
Yeah,
Shout out, dude.
I think I'm going to see this for tomorrow for Tennessee weekend.
Get it, bro. Get it.
Be a big series.
Hey, if you were going to trade back in the first round for a quarterback,
this
is not a bad spot to do it because the Cardinals don't have an obvious pick here. If you're the Giants, if you're the Browns, if you're the, I hate to say it, the Saints.
Oh, I thought you meant for New Orleans.
Well, it might be. We're getting to that point in the
Matt's
draft.
is pulling for a wide receiver here.
Let
me see. I think he's got a wide receiver.
We're getting to that point
Yes.
where if somebody wants to trade back in and they think Pittsburgh's going to take a quarterback, that this one, Tampa, Sean Payton's got to be jonesing right now. He's got to be waiting on Mario
And
Hampton,
who's the edge guy that Cincinnati's going to take next?
Green or Pierce, one of the two.
Ooh, Pierce, huh?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Green from
Marshall. Yeah.
Oh.
He had 16 sacks last year. Or something?
Man,
or tackle for loss.
It's got to be concerned with the level of play, but damn, I mean, that guy.
If they keep the pick, Simmons, the lineman from Ohio State, Connolly, the lineman from Oregon, maybe Matthew Golden, the wide receiver from Texas, to go on the other side of Marvin Harrison. Any of those picks? Emeka Buka from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a terrible pick here.
I think Golden will go ahead of him.
I do too. I don't have an ashtray.
Metal ashtrays.
Hey, what's it?
An ashtray right here. Can we make that work or no?
Pick is in.
I ain't trying to fuck everything up over there, man. If it works, if it fits, great. If not, it's all right. Just got to move all the cords down here. Good. Yeah, there we go. Is that good? You good with that there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Wait, put it on the cord. Thank you, Mike. Got it. All right, thank you, bro. Perfect.
Who we got here, boys? I'm going Josh Simmons, lineman, Ohio State.
Oh,
How'd I do?
nope. They did go with a lineman, but another guy you said you liked a lot.
Connolly?
Nope.
Walter Nolan.
There it is.
Yeah,
There we go. Okay. That's a win.
That's
First round. That's all I need him to go is in the first round.
Yeah, he's going to be a good
That's
pro.
a win.
He's going to be a good pro.
What's the count, Otter?
On what?
On your plays.
Not good.
This is a lot harder than it was 2 years ago, by the way, with the draft. I mean, they have squeezy odds and the availability.
Let me see, Matt.
Williams said the draft is more fun when the Saints go off script and Freaks Island handy out. Remember Caesar salad? Or you called Cesar Ruiz? Caesar
I was right about that too, by the way.
Right about that.
Yeah.
I also understood though why they did it, because a day later they fucking released Larry Warford. Like they had to get an interior line.
Yeah.
All right, so Denver though is still set to take Hampton.
Amara Hampton, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be good.
Who could snake them?
We're 0-2 on the outer locks so far. Carolina defensive and Miami offensive line.
We hit we hit one of them.
Oh, Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren under. That's right.
Tyler Warren.
But what about the SEC one under 14 and a half?
Well, that's got to that's way too early. So Tyler Warren was the add-on on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
You're at 7 SEC players right now through 16 picks. What was your total?
14 and a half.
You're right there on the number. Yeah.
I couldn't understand why he was basically less than -$2 to go in the first round.
Good player, man.
I mean,
really good player.
Yeah, number 1 rush defense, yards per rush in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they had a week non-conference, but damn, for Ole Miss, I mean, you don't think he was highly recruited. He came over and produced both. I mean, he drew a lot of attention. I mean, and who's the best roster in football right now, and how are they built? Well, they're going to mimic that too. So,
okay. Didn't we have a number earlier about how many LSU guys are going the first 5 picks since the 19th season? Is that what we did?
It's like 6 out of 7 years or something.
This is the first Ole Miss first-round pick since 2017, and yet they're right there with us on the field. I mean, think about that for a second. Ole Miss and LSU have been right there on the football field.
I'm just going to say this again.
And the talent level.
When people turn their nose up and I'm talking about locally and nationally. When I say, if the LSU coach was gone, who would you want? And I would seriously consider Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss should never look at LSU in the eye for this long.
No,
never. Well, he's fucking. Who's it more attributed to than Lane Kiffin?
Kiffin is such a different guy than he was 8 years ago. I mean, I know he talked about his sobriety and all that, but I'm just talking about it as a coach. He's such a different guy. And you talk about talent level, okay? This is a good stat. LSU's had a top 5 guy in 6 of the last 7 years. Ole Miss hasn't had a first-round guy since 2017, and yet they're right there.
Was that the year of the bong mask?
No, that was 15.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the same year as
Lyle?
Tunsil?
God, who was Ole Miss? Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I don't know.
Treadwell.
Treadwell was the same year as Tunsil.
Well, he went first round to the Vikings.
Both of them did. Okay, who's the last Ole Miss guy to go in the first round?
Metcalf.
Happened in 2017. I got to look it up because I don't know.
Metcalf and AJ Brown.
Was he that long ago? Was it 17? Was it?
He was 18.
Laquan Treadwell was part
Metcalf
of
was 18.
That 13 class.
The 19 draft.
It was the same draft.
Because the reason I remember the 18 Ole Miss LSU game is because Greedy Daniels, we had to go down. There was one of the reunions for the 58 team, and we were on the sidelines, and they were AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, and Greedy Williams were really barking at each other. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, God. Okay, this is a name you guys know. I wouldn't have gotten this. before Walter Nolan, the last Ole Miss guy to go in the first round in 2017.
Oh, I got it.
Well, I had to look it up. It's a familiar name.
Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram, yeah. They've had some second-round picks, but, I mean, my God, you look at the NFL guys for LSU and Ole Miss, it shouldn't be close, but it is.
No.
It's a lot closer than it should be. Bengals pick is in. This is Mike Green. I'm going to say, or James Pierce. I think Mike Green, though. I'm going to go Mike Green here.
No, it's not.
I missed another one.
You got the right position.
Is
So
it Pierce?
defensive line edge.
Pierce?
Nope.
Stewart?
Shamar Stewart.
They can have him, man. They can have
Doesn't
it.
Shamar? I mean, I know everyone's made the comp, but it's fucking Daniil Hunter.
Daniil
all over
Hunter.
again.
Well,
it is.
Okay.
Daniil Hunter had like one sack. his
Daniil
entire
Hunter didn't
time
make
at
a
LSU.
play in 3 years at
It's
LSU.
insane.
But okay, give me another one, Matt. Give me another one.
With you.
Give me another one that looked like Tarzan and played like Jane, and then got to the NFL and exploded. Besides,
it usually
Daniil Hunter.
it usually happens the other way.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
who's the guy that went top 5 from Ohio State, went to the Jets? That was a total bust. Giant arms.
Yeah. I can see.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I can
Mike
see him.
Mamula.
No.
he was the combine freak.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. He was terrible.
Some of the V.
But anyway,
What's funny, I think Daniil Hunter and Dunlap played against each other, and they were similar type of guys for Florida.
I mean, this guy looks $1 million getting off the bus, and then he gets
Vernon
in the game.
Golston. I know it was a V. I know it was
Yeah.
a V.
Yeah. I mean,
Knew it started
at
with a V.
some
though.
point, you have to have made a play. Saban made this point in the pregame of the draft today. He goes, there are some evaluators that look at measurables and all that stuff, and there's some that look at production. He goes, I always wanted to look at production. And I'll look at measurables to a certain extent, but you got to
let me clarify
somewhere.
what he said. He said, when I was with Belichick, we looked at the measurable guys later in the later rounds because we thought we could develop them.
Yes.
And so we might find, some more value there. But the higher picks like tonight, no, we wanted production.
Yeah. That's also from the Ravens School of Drafting.
I mean, Shamir Stewart's they got a list, a pretty good list at Texas A&M of some highly recruited guys, some measurable guys that just didn't perform.
How can you look like that and have 4 sacks in 3
Charlie,
years?
some people playing football that don't really love it.
True.
And at that position, and Ogeron taught me this, says that defensive line evaluation, if you don't have a motor, I don't care what level you playing, you usually don't see it. In one of Matt Euro High School, Catholic College, we went to go see a guy who looked unbelievable in pads from Evangel. Defensive, I mean, stood out.
It was Stevie Lee.
Yes.
I blocked him. It was my last game of my career.
But wasn't a dog.
He made one. This isn't a glory days thing.
No.
He went to Texas.
We watched him and said, "No, be careful of this guy."
He made one play against me the entire game. I got a little heavy in the front, and he had a swim move, threw me in the ground, and killed my quarterback.
So we were on the sideline for that game.
The guy that was better, they had another guy. His name was McIntyre. We're 77. He was a lot to handle. Technically better. Stevie Lee was just massive. He went to fucking Texas.
Looked like Tarzan. Played like James. Yeah. I mean, but I was with some college coaches at that game, and they're like, I don't know about this guy. And they said, well, you know what Bebe said? If you don't have that motor, now you ain't gonna get it. At a higher level of competition.
Yeah.
But he looked great at pass. Huh? I mean, he looked like
that Evangel team was great. I'll tell you, the West Monroe team the year before was the '98 West Monroe team was the best team I ever saw. They beat the shit out of us.
The one that played Shaw in the final. The Charlie we did.
That was '97.
What year was that? 45,000 in the dome.
The Tommy Banks year, whatever it was.
Well, it was.
No, that was '96. Yeah.
It was. I used to do my top 30 the number one on my list.
Brad Smalling.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So the Shaw lost to Damian James, and Damian James was my number 2, and they said, and it was like 62-50 was the final. And Damian James tried single-handedly to keep them in the game. And the coach said, well, who's your number 1 if this guy's 2?
Yeah.
And so about 2 days looking at tape, they're like, oh, this guy's going to be a problem. He's 340 and can run.
Yeah.
They just dove at his ankles every play. Small. Huge bust.
Didn't Brady James start at Wassman? Didn't he go from Wassman?
Brady James played first 2 years at Wassman.
Yeah.
Brady James ended up going back and graduating from Wassman. He played 1 semester at West Monroe and went back. That was
before the transfer portal.
That was my junior year.
He was Brian West, Brady James.
Yeah, that 98 West Monroe team was a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I'm gonna give you another one.
Whitworth was a sophomore.
Whitworth's a tight end.
He was a sophomore tight end on that team.
Yeah.
They had the 2.
Yeah, once again, y'all played at the Memorial.
Max Causey, Tremission Davis. He went to Tulane maybe or Tech. Marcus Turner. Every fucking guy on the team played D1. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, they were a great team.
I got a lot of respect for Don Chow's because if he wanted to score 70 on us, he could. They scored 35 and was like, all right, that's enough. It was like 35-7 or 35-0.
Jimmy, I'm gonna give you another lineman from LSU, defensive lineman that went way higher in the draft because of measurables, but was not a.
You doing all right?
Was not a big contributor. This is a curly guy, okay, in the late '80s, early '90s, and he ended up going the second round. And everybody went, what? And he was a measurable guy.
Yeah. Kenny Davidson.
Kenny Davidson. He went in the second round of the Steelers, and everybody's like, wait, he couldn't even play at LSU.
Charlie, I was in school at the time. His teammates were saying, what the hell?
Yes.
And he played. He had a decent career.
He played for a little while. He was better in the pros than he was in LSU. I'll get Al Woods. We met his uncle just a couple of weeks ago. He had a great career in the NFL, but he didn't not much in LSU.
That was the era of the dome where the street level entrance, one door was broken and you could just go in.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Well, we're back there again. We're in Mickey, we trust.
Not all of us.
Everyone's wondering if you passed out in the bathroom or something. They're like,
hey, whoa, do
you want to sit? Do you want to sit? Do you want to sit?
No, I'll go sit.
No.
Hey, Prime,
you need to go piss?
You took way longer in the bathroom than you usually do, Prime.
Look, man, hey, you got to understand that we're here every weekend during the fall.
Well,
this is my happy place, dude.
Okay. Well,
this is where all my best friends are. Shout out Laurel, Brittany, Shelby, Manny, everybody, Chuck, we have
So guess where my weekend's happy place is?
Fucking, I don't know.
At the
Monaco?
At the sports book. And if there is a game on one of the screens that I don't have action on, Charlie gets an ass whooping.
That's in multiple sports books.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so are we about to see a run?
Well, I usually have my Pelicans playoff jersey on, but this is the biggest piece of shit closest to that in my closet. So, yes.
When do we see a run on quarterbacks begin?
Tomorrow.
So the viewing party for the Super Bowl, I won this. And I'm like,
hey,
do y'all have any?
Randy McKay's guy.
That's me.
Randy McKay's guy. Yeah.
That's the winner. Where's my cord? I need some light.
Hell yes, dude. Hell yes, dude.
What is going on?
Oh, my bad. My arm.
Wait. Calm the fuck down.
Randy McKay. Love Randy McKay.
Here, Matt, you crossed over, and so you're on top now. Take your headset off, Matt, and pass it underneath.
Most people think all the prize handicappers are in Vegas. North Dakota, baby. Yes, indeed. My man, huh? My man, Randy McKay. Sorry, Matt. Let me move this.
So give me the story on this guy, Otter. It's been a big O-line first round.
Oh,
dude.
yes. Zabel versus, and this is one we were going to, and Matt asked this, because you reached out to Matt, about some prop bets.
Yeah.
And he said, do we still give him this at this price? And it went from like minus 140 to minus $3.
So I hit up Max because you were on air.
He let Zabel against somebody.
No, minus 120. Minus 120. He was head up against Campbell from Alabama.
Yeah, who I think is going next.
Oh, thank God.
To Tampa.
Hey, so Otter, where are we at? Where are we at? Wins and losses rise. What's the overall
we're
record?
close to even now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out the gates a little slow.
Okay, dude. Let's go.
Who's touching me down there?
Alondra, are you out of here? Thank you, Alondra. Alondra made it. Shout out to Alondra. She made it, dude.
It's been a while. I'm no Coach Prime.
You dirty son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck off.
I'll see you in the morning. Alondra's very worried about me showing up
Alondra?
at the show in the
Where's
morning.
she going?
I got it. Don't worry.
See ya.
Herd Rivers are leaving, dude. They're taking
I
off.
love talking boxing with Alondra.
She loves the fight game, dude.
Yes.
He said he loves talking boxing with you. She loves the fight game. Her Mexican heritage dictates that she does.
Yes.
Loves Canelo, dude.
Nice. Plus 550 here. There you go.
Tampa, a little NFC South action.
All right. Randy McKay.
Gian Campbell out of
Great job.
Alabama.
All right, take
right
that.
there.
And look.
LouisianaSports.net, guys. Champagne shenanigans in the morning.
One more pick till
Shout out
Denver,
Bocox
and we got
Cigars.
Hampton on the board.
Yeah.
I mean, Peyton's got to take his running back, right?
Yes.
Because
Both
the two tight ends are gone.
Yeah. This is Jihad Campbell
That's
at
our next
Tampa
one.
and
Come on, let's get on a
Amara.
roll.
For the radio.
Let's get on a roll.
And then I'm
Or the
really
box.
curious
I
as
have
to what
box set up.
Pittsburgh's going to do.
I put it right here. Look. Oh well. Excuse me.
Stupid asshole.
Pardon me, sir.
What are the Bucks gonna do? A little NFC
Jihad
South action.
Campbell out of
dude.
Alabama.
Baker.
Durka,
That's
Muhammad
where I'm
Jihad.
going.
So 7 years ago,
I think I've gotten
this
one
morning,
right.
Baker Mayfield was 28-1 to go
To
one.
go one overall,
The morning of.
and you had it.
No.
Durka.
You know, this is
Durka.
totally new to us because we couldn't bet that the local book wasn't taking this stuff.
Well, and nowadays
You know?
you got fucking people running around in ESPN bet shirts in the background of the shots the entire time.
About a third of the states do not take the draft. And all of our contributors from Las Vegas whine and complain because it's one of the worst places to bet the draft. They have a limited menu and they shut you off 24 hours before the first pick.
Where in Vegas?
Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible
Why is that?
because they get beat on it.
Too much inside info.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't
Like when
get-
you're in
it's-
Vegas, too many sharps. Like if you're out in the general public, you're out here in the wilds of Louisiana.
You have to adjust
so like-
in person. You can't adjust on an algorithm.
We did our draft podcast about. It was Monday, so 10 days ago. Travis Hunter was we'll lay minus 305 to be the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
You know, but before it goes to minus 1,500. And so it's more work than it's worth to them. So
That makes
because
sense.
Johnny Avello Matt Humans comes
I
on
met
with this.
Avello at the Super Bowl. That was a fascinating fucking conversation.
He's cool. So I've met him at Saratoga at the racetrack. He loves the horses.
Of course.
And so he's good friends with Baychok. And so we talked, and he's been on the show before. And he said, look, the last 2 days have been, work like hell for our staff. And they got like a little sharp money, players that are tagged as sharp, and they got some public players too. But it's just it's basically a wash even for a lot of work.
Has there ever been a degenerate gambler that doesn't love the ponies? I feel like if you are going to exist in that space, it starts.
I'm
with the
trying to
horses,
break
dude.
the trend, though, because there's never been an avid horse gambler that didn't die broke. So I'm trying to break it. Fuck the Knicks. I lost that.
You're not breaking it. You're not trending the right direction.
No, come on.
The Bucks.
I've invested wisely. Worm. He's a lone heir to the odd throne.
Let's go, Worm!
All right, the Bucks are taking Emeka Ibuka.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So my question is this the point where we start to see? Are you
Well, I need a running back.
Steelers,
Oh, yeah, no, the 23 and a half.
Steelers are at 21.
Yeah.
So do we start to see?
Oh, no, absolutely.
This would be the time, right?
They gave DK Metcalf how much money for your boy Mason Rudolph to throw to him?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, here's the prime.
Prime,
Look at my
Gilly,
man's hat.
Shadur.
That's the prime.
So that guy, I don't know much about him, but that's a guy named Gilly from a podcast, $1 million worth of game. It's a massive podcast.
The big hat guy?
He's an Eagles fan, but he always wears those big hats every time I see him.
Really?
Yeah. Gilly, $1 million worth of game. The Sanders aren't allowing just anybody back there into the Kardashian camp. I mean, and Denver, Sean Payton, he has his quarterback. He would be open to trading back.
I don't think
No,
so. Not with Amari
no.
Do you want Tamari Hampton?
No. It would be yes.
Of course,
He's
I've
getting
missed
his
like
running
6
back.
picks in a
His
row. So
running
what do I
back
know?
his running back is Charlie. Stay the fucking course. Don't fucking bring that negativity.
Wait till
that
you see the
negative
white.
vibe.
Wait till you
Don't
see the
do it.
whites of their eyes, dude.
Stay the course. You were just talking sense, Charlie.
Wow, look at Emeka Ibuka. He's in a Victorian era library. A lot of leather and rich mahogany. Where is he right now?
The reading room.
Have we
The
had
Ohio State Library.
Have we had a
It's
famous?
empty.
Have we had a girlfriend go viral yet tonight? I was thinking about my favorite girlfriend moments.
Oh, your boy CD.
Oh, bro.
CD Lamb.
CD
CD Lamb.
Takes the fucking phone back. Oh,
He's talking on one phone. His girl tries to grab the other, and he snatches it. And she tries to pull for a second, and then he's like, "Nah!" And then he shakes her off, like she was calling for a curve when he wanted to throw the heat.
What
Get
happened?
the fuck out of here.
Burrow had his girlfriend. Oh no, but he kept her off set.
No,
she was at the house.
Will Levis's girl went viral when he was sliding.
She should.
Well, exactly. She fucking doubled her social media following and got multiple sponsorships out of it.
She did.
Yes,
Yeah,
there was Russell
nice.
Wilson's wife who was very excited, not realizing he was about to upgrade to Sierra.
Oh, that's right.
She was so excited.
Oh, the
for
one
him,
from
dude.
college.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
She's all the way from NC State, huh?
College
Or
wife,
Wisconsin.
OG, might have been a high school. I don't know. But, she thought she was OG. She was there. She was a maid woman.
No.
Not so fast. Now
Well-
he's with Sierra.
Well, that's when we knew he
The
it
future.
was character flaws written over Russell Wilson immediately.
The future was not what she thought.
Charlie.
That is a
Yeah.
comedic sip.
Charlie.
Oh, Durka.
Mecca. But, all right, come on. Broncos pick. Is it in yet?
So, do you have
No.
action on the Broncos? pick?
Yes, do we?
Who do you need?
We need a
Omari
running
and
back.
Hampton, or
Well,
just a
any
running
running
back?
back. Any running back.
If they keep it, I think it's got to be
Is
Hampton.
Hampton
but
better than
aren't they
Judkins?
taking trade offers
Oh,
right
yeah,
now? Why
yeah,
this
he's
is-
out. Yeah.
They're taking trade offers right now. That's why this is taking so long.
Yeah, for sure, right?
If somebody wants to jump up and get a quarterback in front of Pittsburgh, they're
Or
gonna run the clock out here.
Should I say for Shadur they're taking
or
trade
Jackson
offers?
Dart? I mean,
No. For yeah. You're
I know
right.
for sure.
For Shadur. For Shadur.
Well, they know Denver
Wait, so why is Amari Hampton so much better than Quinshon Judkins?
a little bit top end speed.
Yeah, he's not. Running backs are not worth draft picks, not high draft picks.
Bitch.
You don't
Fuck
you don't
running
think this guy's taking him?
He might.
running
I
back
I would-
meta-
I wouldn't fucking take a running back in round one.
The running back meta is evolving.
Didn't ask that. But has he taken a running back before the first round?
Oh,
I didn't say Woody. I said.
Oh, I'm
saying-
talking- yeah.
I'm
Who
saying-
did who did Sean Payton draft when the PT Bruiser beat him out?
Antonio Pittman
Antonio Pittman.
from Ohio State in round 4.
yeah, they cut him.
They cut him.
They cut him before the first game.
That's what you're saying.
Pierre
Thomas beat him
Thomas.
out?
Yeah.
Undrafted.
But it was
out-
only like a
undrafted
seventh
out-
round,
Okay,
sixth,
so
seventh
it's-
rounder.
No. Antonio Pittman was a 4th round pick.
Oh, his fourth
yeah,
round?
and they cut
Yes.
him. Yeah.
But that was his
Fucking
first draft class.
fourth rounder
Yeah, but
didn't
that
make
was
the
like
team.
an early flag plant by Sean Payton saying, "No, we're going to keep the best guy.
Well, early on,
we
he
don't
was.
care.
Early
We're going
on,
to
he
keep the
did.
best guy." He outperformed him. He's gone.
They must have put him in a straight jacket, not just trade up. Sean Payton. at this point. And the clock is running down. This is the first time we've seen the clock run down.
The Cowboys ran it all the way down.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
They got to be
on.
taking trade offers.
And can you imagine the tension? Can you imagine the tension in the room when you got 2 minutes on the clock and you're trying to figure out a trade
I'm nervous
offer?
as hell because he's on the phone with Mickey Loomis, and he's going, "Come on, Mickey,
Uh-oh,
give me another pick.
Mickey!
Give me another pick, Mickey.
Let's
Come
go.
on, you want Jackson Dart? Come on, Mickey.
Hoping Mickey.
Come on, Mickey."
That's his boy. You're so right,
We're about to
Andy.
see the fleur-de-lis replace the
That's his fucking
Are Mickey
boy,
and
dude.
Sean doing shit right now?
We're just waiting for the trade
He's got some
If
confirmation
that
to come in, dude.
fleur-de-lis replaces that Bronco head, Jackson Dart's going to New Orleans.
I'm good with it.
I would not hate it, dude. Kellen Moore, take your shot. You got to
think Dart's
tackle.
gonna be good?
More.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
I
know
don't
either.
fucking know, dude. After Cam Ward, you have the four that are whatever, right? I mean, they're equivalent. I mean, I don't know. Is it Shadur? Is it Dart? Is it Chuck? Is it Milrow?
Oh, Jordan Schultz is reporting it's the Giants trying to get back in
Told
round
you.
one.
There you go.
Giants,
For Jackson
Brown,
Dart.
Saints.
For
Giants,
Jackson
Brown,
Dart.
Saints.
This is where we're seeing
Where's the
the
Giants'
quarterback
next pick?
trades begin.
At the beginning of round 2.
32, 33, 34,
Well, they'll take a
34.
running back then. The
Here
pick
it
is
is. Oh,
in.
pick is in. They made it.
Oh, never mind. The Broncos went through with it.
We need a running back, and I needed to go to the bathroom.
Otter, you better not move.
Sorry,
You're going to
bro.
fuck it up.
Broncos
It's
kept the
Johnny
pick.
Barron, the cornerback from Texas. Sorry. Hey, look, his jersey is signed. See, look at the back of
I
his
saw it. I saw it when he walked
He
in.
paid extra
What a
for
dumb
that.
The
dick.
signed Derek Carr jersey. I can't imagine that he got things wrong.
Oh, my God.
Well,
He's got a signed Derek Carr jersey.
all right, while he's gone, he won that, right? Okay. On Super Bowl Sunday.
Shit, how he got
No. The fact that he wore it is on him, but he won that on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, this is badass, dude. There's a story of Will Campbell and Mike Vrabel in their workout. I guess Patriots brass and Vrabel traveled to Baton Rouge to work out Campbell. Vrabel ran the workout. He had a blocking pad on his chest, and Campbell in a drive block hit Vrabel square in the chest and knocked him on his ass. And Vrabel loved it.
Awesome.
Vrabel stood up and was all in on it. Fuck yeah, dude. That comes from Pete Thamel.
Bro, last week I was having lunch at Phil's on Thursday, a week ago today.
In the back room? Or the back room?
I was in the back room. The door opens to the back room. It's Will, Miles Frazier, and the Patriots brass, including Vrabel.
Oh,
So I was like, and I had just been with Will 2 days before at the Our Lady of the Lake thing, handing out iPads
Yeah.
and shit. And so I was like, hey, bro, you follow me around, huh? And Vrabel walked in. I was like, all right. New
There it
England,
is. There it is. So you
I
think
went and looked at the odds in my head.
you think they might go Frazier later as well?
Maybe.
Wow.
It was Campbell and Frazier with him having lunch.
The Phil's back room
I said,
is where a lot of shit goes
I told the
down.
people I was with, I was like, if the head coach is flying to Baton Rouge 7 days before the draft, they're
Yeah.
taking the fucking play.
That must have been when Vrabel got knocked on his ass,
Had to
dude.
be, yeah.
I don't know who this kid is, but I'm sure it's an inspiring fucking story. Let's go, dude.
Let's go.
Shout out Samuel. Oh, it's a Make-A-Wish. That's awesome, dude. Fuck yes. Although I should say, guys, Dreams Come True of Louisiana does Make-A-Wish, but for Louisiana families. If you want to donate to a great cause, DCTofLA.com, DCTofLA.com.
I'll take
Dreams Come True.
for our radiothon right now. I'll take the link and post it in the chat right now.
There you go, guys. Dreams Come True link in the chat. If you're hanging out, go ahead and whatever you can give, $10, $20, it doesn't matter, dude.
Oh, by the way, anybody, just as a heads up, anybody that donates $25 are automatically entered into a drawing for an autographed Justin Jefferson jersey and football.
There you go, guys. You want a Jets jersey? Give $25 to an incredible cause that helps out Louisiana families who are dealing with the toughest of circumstances, and maybe you win a badass jersey in a football. It's a win-win for everybody involved.
Shout out to Russell Shepard. Shep Boys donated that.
Shout out Shep Boys, dude. Russell
How about
Shepard.
Shep?
What a good guy, man.
Incredible guy. Great teammate. Doesn't get enough credit for his intangibles in terms of leadership in the locker room. Successful entrepreneur.
Bro, do you know,
Entrepreneur.
bro, his partners in
Porta
Shep,
potties.
his partners in Shep Boys are Cameron Brait, who went to Harvard,
Yeah.
and Mike Evans.
Wow. Chase, you out? I mean, he was a captain on that team, so that makes a lot of sense. Shep was. He was the special teams captain on those Tampa teams. So where does Pitt go, dude? Shedeur or Dart? Do they go quarterback at all? Hanny, what do you think?
I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to take Amari Hampton, running back, North Carolina.
Self-serving or actual take?
No, that's my pick. I hit 2 and I missed the last 6.
And then Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I wouldn't wait on Aaron Rodgers, but apparently they are.
Just the two of us.
Look at this guy, man. This is a good guy.
Hey, I'll drink it old fashioned. Hell yeah, dude. Here you go, Hanny.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Here
Damn,
we go,
Otter,
dude.
you only got 3 in his
I'll get the
four.
next round, dude. I'll get the next round.
Otter.
You want to share with me?
I mean, Otter, that's a little fucked up, bro. How you can't hear me?
He's struggling, man. He just fucking he missed on Amari and Hampton.
I mean,
dude. Give him a break, dude.
Otter,
Fucking asshole.
Otter, how many of us are over here?
Steelers picks in.
How many of us are over here?
What's that?
How many of us are over here?
Oh, here, you can have mine.
No, I'm
Do they? Hey, do
I
they?
can only fit 3.
Do they? It's
In
hard
my
to carry
hands.
4. It's hard to carry 4. I had trouble with 3 as well.
He
dude.
carried 3.
Oh, motherfucker.
He's got big hands.
Is it going to be
No,
Dart?
no.
Can we go back and look at T Bob's hand measurements from
9 inches, Hanny.
Here, take
9
I'll go get
inches
another.
on the dot.
Is that good?
What?
I'm good.
No,
Really.
No.
but it's not bad. You know who else has 9-inch hands?
Joe Burrow?
Big Tech, exactly.
Yeah, I figured. Right.
Trust me, if I'd had 4, I'd have fucking.
Damn, son, you might be
I know.
pushing 9'5".
No, I got like 11. Here.
I'm quarterback here. Yo, what
That's
y'all
a
got?
big
Quarterback
fucking
here.
I got Amari and
That's all.
Hampton going here.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be great for my under 2.5 quarterbacks first round. This is the biggest.
This is the
bullet
biggest.
to dodge.
Yeah, this is the biggest
Do
pivot
the
point.
Steelers break the internet and go Shedeur? No looking at Twitter
I need some
before.
wiggle. I need some wiggle.
I need some
Steelers.
wiggle. Tell him, Mel. Tell him, Mel, you fucking out. Hey, Mel, how many licks
Bro.
does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Bro.
Only you
The
know.
world will never know.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
I like Shedeur a lot. Mel Kiper really fucking likes Shedeur Sanders.
Does he really?
Let's
Oh
see.
my God.
Let's see if Mike Tomlin does.
The whole
He's not taking Shedeur.
Take Shedeur. Don't be a pussy, Mike.
He's not. No way.
Take Shedeur. Don't be a pussy, Mike.
Omar Khan, the Tulane grad, says
I think he's
no.
going with Derek Harmon out of Oregon.
We're like over, man. That's a really good pick. That kid's a good player.
All right, so all the
The Cam
quarterbacks are
Hayward.
dropping, right? This is a good thing for the Saints. Like if you want,
A quarterback, you can come back in.
Can you stay at 40
so
and
that,
get
that's
one
a
of the
great question.
4?
Probably not because the Giants and Browns
The
are
next,
ahead of
the
you.
next 3 aren't taking quarterbacks. I know that.
No doubt, but the Giants and Browns pick ahead of you in
Yeah.
round 2, and they would both, in theory,
Yes. Oh, the Browns.
yeah, for sure. So if
The
you want your guy,
the Browns were interested in Milrow.
but I said,
Oh, man. Look at the parents, Derek.
Look at that.
Everybody crying.
Hey,
My
There we
God.
go.
Thank God. It fucking
There
whined
we
like
go.
that. Jesus, help me.
Cheers.
Crying like a
Cheers.
fucking
Cheers.
baby.
Scone, let me
Thank
ask,
God.
let me ask you a
If I
question.
carried 4 would be on the ground.
I'm sorry, you assholes are all drinking for free and getting paid to be here because, and you can't even give me a fucking.
I bought around. I'm losing.
Why are you here?
I don't know.
All I asked for is one fucking drink.
Come on,
I should
Derek.
have stayed on the phone, my son. Worm, study, boy.
Worm's got to be struggling.
Worms.
Shedeur's nowhere to be found, dude.
Scone, how do you feel about Tyler Shugg from Louisville.
Oh,
I don't
Charlie.
know. I don't know that I watched him play one game this year.
Okay.
Seriously.
I'm
He's had
asking,
one-
I'm
he's
asking
had
because
one
if you get to
good
the
year.
second round and there's quarterbacks left, and you got Jackson Dart, Shadur Sanders, and Tyler
So
Shough,
I
that's
like.
three that
I
can go to
like-
top 10 picks in the second
I would
round.
take Shadur. I like Shadur
Okay.
a lot.
All
I know it's polarizing. A lot of people don't. I watched him play a bunch of Colorado. I think he's great. I think he got the shit beat out of him for 2 years. Never showed up offensive linemen. They had no fucking running game. Their leading rusher averaged 300 yards on the season. 2 years he was there. They won fucking 9 games because he's really fucking good.
Okay, I think there's 3 teams that would trade out of the first round that you could trade back up into. Minnesota, because they've only got 4 picks.
I love
Washington and
this,
Philadelphia.
dude. That's some great emotion.
I think
right
all
there,
3 of
dude.
those teams would trade out of the first round for a team that wanted to trade back into the first and take one of those quarterbacks. So that's it's not going to be the Chargers. It's not going to be the Packers. The Vikings at 24 would trade out. Trade out.
No, all these aren't taking quarterback. These 3. Chargers, Green Bay, Minnesota.
Yeah,
No, Minnesota would be willing to trade out of the first round.
Well, all of them be willing to trade out.
Well, Minnesota more than most because they only got 4 picks in the whole draft.
Yeah. Minnesota's been actively trying to trade back as hard
And
as they
Washington too. Washington too. And if you're Philadelphia, you got the last pick of the first round, which is the last pick where you can get a 5th year.
True.
We've seen quarterback Teddy Bridgewater was the last pick of the first round, and so was Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. I know, that's crazy.
You get that 5th year. If you hit on that quarterback and you get that 5th year at a discount,
Am I
High
wrong?
value.
Wasn't Teddy the first pick of day 2?
no.
Who am
The
I thinking
last
of?
pick of day 1.
Who am I thinking of? That
Or was Jackson was the last pick of
Will
day
Levis.
1?
no?
Okay.
Was Jackson the
'Cause
last
remember there
pick of the
was
first
somebody-
round?
He was.
I think
He
And
was.
I think Teddy was too, right?
Teddy was
Oh,
also.
no, but he was late. He was really late.
There was a
Last pick
guy
of the first
who
round.
fired.
I don't think he was the last.
He was the last.
He was last.
There was a quarterback who then fired his agent. Who am I thinking? Oh, it was Seattle. Fuck. God damn it! He's just quarterback in Seattle. From West Virginia.
Geno Smith.
Geno
Thank
Smith.
Geno was supposed to go round 1.
He was
ended
the
up.
first pick around 2.
I think it was the first pick of day 2, and then fired his fucking agent because he fell out of
Played in Tiger Stadium.
He was the top quarterback to go in that draft, and
Bruh.
he wasn't in the first round. You're
That
right.
2011 game at West Virginia was a great game, and Geno Smith was leading them on a comeback until Mo Claiborne returned that kick for a touchdown.
Yeah,
It was getting a little hairy.
it's a tough place to
Dominant
play.
early lead. Ruben dropped the touchdown at the beginning of the second half that would have put him away. They were coming back, and then Mo showed up big time and shut that game out, dude. Great place to play, dude.
Was it?
When
West
did
Virginia
Honey
people-
Badger make his play?
That was the first half.
Oh, okay.
Right before the end of the first half, he tipped that ball up. He picks it off. He gets tackled at the 1. So I remember then I think Chase Claymore actually may have scored the touchdown. So I remember I remember running by the West Virginia mascot, with his
Oh, you
Davy
went?
Crockett hat on.
You
Yeah, I
went
was,
to
I was
Morgantown?
playing in that
What
game.
game?
Oh shit!
So exactly.
Sorry.
No.
You went to that? Where did you sit?
Yeah. No, so
I'm an idiot.
we needed that game because my wife's family are all from Morgantown. They're massive
really?
West Virginia fans. Yes, so we needed that. But right before half, we scored that touchdown. I ran by that guy in his Davy. I ran by that dude. I don't know. Come on, what the fuck?
It's only been 13
Yeah,
years.
it's only been a decade and a half.
You're
How
good,
could you
Otter.
not remember
How could you
everything
not
perfectly?
I can remember things in the early 70s, dude. What year was Rex Larkslaven drafted?
No, I just
79.
I just remember running by that guy. He had a
shit.
Davy Crockett hat on, his
Oh, yeah,
pistol in hand, and I went John Morant style, dude. Lined it up and shot him in the head on the way to the sideline.
Geno Smith was
But those
the
people
7th
must
pick of the
have yelled
second
some
round.
bullshit at y'all.
they're great
No,
people.
really?
Oh, no, yeah,
Oh, you sure you're not thinking about Will
they talk
Levis?
shit, and I
Okay,
like that. I'm
okay.
saying.
Because
Yeah,
I'll
no,
tell you why I
they're
remember.
dirty
Very
fucking
good.
people. They're good. They're
Yeah.
like
Geno was
swamp
there.
people from the
Yeah.
mountain.
Day 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't get
He was.
drafted.
No, I remember
And
that
so
part.
he
Yeah.
came back, and
Yeah.
he was he wasn't in a suit. The next day, he just had on like a sweater or something like that. And he went out when he got drafted by the Jets, right?
The Jets.
By the Jets. So, but it was early day 2. And then he fired his agent because he was supposed to go day 1.
Yeah, seventh pick of the second round.
Okay, Jay Kester. He's anxiously awaiting what are Jim and Co. going to do here, dude.
Let's go.
Josh Simmons. My pick.
Let me know if you
I
want
mean,
to
that
spoil
would
it.
make sense, dude. Josh Simmons seems very NFL ready.
Who?
Josh Simmons, the
Simmons,
tackle
yeah.
from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Continue. Harbaugh loves to run the ball. Continue to protect Herbert. Like,
Kuiper's going nuts.
bro, how long has Kuiper been doing this?
30 years.
That's what I'm saying. When did Kuiper become the? When did the draft start to become
I was in high school in the
Really?
80s.
In
Yeah.
the 80s?
Yeah, so
And
40,
Kuiper
40
was still
years.
and he was the face of it at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
And there's been challengers like McShay's disappeared.
it's so wild that they fired McShay.
I know.
They had cut massive cuts and just,
I get it.
you know.
I mean, they
you
fired
know that.
RG3 before the season last year.
But getting back to the Saints with Sean Payton's Super Bowl season, they had high level cornerback play with Jabari Greer and Porter.
Trace Porter.
Yeah.
Wasn't
And,
McKenzie-
and remember,
McKenzie was
because
still
the games they lost, they sat.
Yeah.
Drew Sanders, to Cleveland.
The
So-
3-game losing streak
So
at the
now
end
he's
of the
got-
regular
now he's
season
got
was
two-
calling
bad.
it
Now he's
to
got an
Cleveland.
all-pro. He's got an
Right
all.
now?
No, not right now.
He's got an all-pro corner in Surtain, and he's got a first-round pick invested.
The Chargers ran the clock all the way down.
They're waiting for him. I mean, I think that's going to be common, huh? The rest of the way.
Is that right? I don't know.
Just
I'm
waiting
asking
for
you.
somebody to move up, but you're not moving up ahead
That's what I'm
of
saying.
those
Who's
two
going to
teams.
jump in front of Green Bay at this
Right,
point?
right.
This is where it all gets a little muddy. Who do you fall in love with? It's all a little interchangeable at this point.
But it should be who's the hardest on you, because 20 to 40 is all like a big clump anyway. So
Yeah,
Wait, is
Kuiper
Shadur
was-
at the draft? That's
No,
at
no,
Texas.
no, he's not.
at home.
No, he
Yeah, he's at
declined.
home.
Oh, okay.
He
okay.
declined.
Oh, Milrose showed up. Yeah.
You know, the top available guy on most people's board is Will Howard, who's a Michigan guy, and the Chargers are on the board. Just saying.
Will Johnson.
Will Johnson.
What I say?
Will Howard.
Yeah, that's
He
what
was
I
a
meant.
quarterback.
Will Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
He played at Ohio State.
You
Yeah,
know what
before
Will
that, he was at
Howard?
Kansas
You know
State.
what
Yeah.
Will Howard doesn't
He
get
played
enough.
at Kansas
Johnson.
State before that, right?
You know what Will Howard doesn't get enough credit for is Will Howard had as much pressure on him last season as any college football player ever has. The entire offseason discussion was Ohio State is a quarterback away. Can Will Howard get them across the finish line? And I'll be damned if that motherfucker didn't do it, dude.
And they wanted Cam Ward so bad that
Yeah.
Miami outbid them for.
I mean, to be fair,
And Ohio State don't get outbid very
to
often.
be fair, Cam probably could have won it too.
Will Howard in Day benefited a little bit by the expanded format.
No doubt.
A
They would have been
little
fucked.
bit.
No doubt they would have been fucked.
Oh,
But
they've been
still,
fucked.
but still,
Half the stadium was Tennessee in the
but
playoff
I know,
game.
I know.
I mean, hey, fuck, if any Ohio State fan tells you, "Oh man, we did," that flexes,
After they lost
tell
to
them to
Michigan,
fuck off, man.
After they lost to Michigan, they were
Oh,
despondent.
That was a dark moment.
a playoff game and half the stadium is orange.
LSU better make the fucking playoffs next year, dude.
Yeah, it's time.
There are other people that think that too.
There.
Hey,
there you go,
Cam.
Well, I picked him like
Too
three
late.
teams in a row. He's bound to go somewhere.
Yeah, who'd you do that with one year? What, 12 picks?
Oh
Well,
God.
and here we have a
More than
girlfriend
one.
on the
you know
main
what?
couch.
Oh,
We
she's got,
haven't seen many girlfriends on the main couch yet tonight,
I can
dude.
tell you this. She's got no shot moving forward.
What?
No.
What do you mean? She's right next to mom, dude. That's big.
Hey, watch.
He's got eyes.
Watch.
Nah, dude.
No shot.
They're gonna make it, dude. I think they're gonna make it. I feel good about it, dude. I feel good
The
about it.
eternal
He
optimist.
just went from the Howard Johnson show to 4 seasons.
Damn it, Hunter. You just knocked over my fucking cigar.
He's right next to There's 3 people on the couch. Mom and his old lady and him.
He's
That
going.
means something.
He's going prime mode for about 8 years.
LA's going to be tough. LA's going to be tough on her, right? Being in Los Angeles, there's going to be a lot of competition. Maybe if we were talking Lambeau here, if we were talking Green Bay, her odds would increase. Right now, she might be at plus odds, to your point.
That's one of Charlie's on-air moments when he was speechless. We were doing the. I'm sorry.
You knocked over my cigar
Oh.
when you kicked the ashtray. You're good. Just
I get you another one.
no. I just need to put it up.
Yeah, I'll get you another one. How thoughtful of you.
Hey, look, shit.
How thoughtful of you, Hunter. I'll get you another one. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Hey, I got a Derek Carr fucking jersey on, okay? I'm
Shut up,
entitled to be
Bocock.
an asshole.
Shut up, Bocock.
This will be known as the draft that you wore the Derek Carr jersey. by
So
the
we're
way.
doing balcony show, Patriots, Green Bay,
Oh,
Super Bowl.
God, I remember that.
It's the
97.
chicks from Green Bay.
Yeah.
There was only good-looking chicks
96
there.
season.
So this chick, next thing you know, we start making out in the middle of the show. And Charlie was like this.
Have you ever had to fill, okay, and you didn't know what
You
to
feel
say?
because your co-host is making out with one of the Packers girls live?
Because if you're on location and you're trying to fill, you fill with what you see, and I don't want to fill with what I was seeing.
Oh my God, dude. All right, the home crowd here. What does the home crowd want, Otter? What do we got? You got any action?
No, but I just don't want quarterbacks taken. And I know I'm
Yeah,
good
well,
here.
you know you're good
I'm
here.
good
dude,
here.
obviously.
They need a cornerback.
Will
This should
Johnson.
be Will Johnson.
Johnson's got to be high
This
value,
really should be Will Johnson.
right? Like he dominated at Michigan.
If this isn't Will Johnson, he's hurt worse than they're letting
I was
on.
going to say, is everybody that concerned?
Yeah.
Look
But-
how it's filled up in there now around the Green Bay pick. That back earlier was not that full like that, dude.
No, it wasn't. So that's the side we did the show on too. So that's the museum side of Lambeau.
That's where you
Boy,
made out
they
at the
added
museum.
so
No,
much
no,
stuff
that
since
was
we've been
Tropical
there.
Isle. Bourbon Street.
Tropical
Yeah,
Isle.
no, it was the balcony. Yes.
It was the balcony of Tropical Isle.
We did a show in the balcony at Tropical Isle.
I would
Yes.
love to call him a liar, T Bob, but that is a
Oh, my
true
God,
story.
dude. Oh,
That
my
is a true
God,
story.
dude.
That
She
was
ain't never. She came from Green Bay, Wisconsin. She ain't never seen nothing like Jimmy Ott. She wasn't ready.
The
dude.
Kissing Bandit.
Hair or no hair at the time? Hair show or no hair
Oh,
show?
hair show.
Hair show.
Hair show.
Hair show, Jimmy Ott. Dude, let's go.
That was the year that they had the blackout in the French Quarter. Some yo-yo threw a chain link into the transformer at the back of the French Quarter, and the whole place was blacked out the night before the Super Bowl. I was there.
That was
A chain link into the
They
transformer?
threw a chain link into the transformer, blew the entire grid for about 45 minutes in the French Quarter the night before the Super Bowl in 1997.
Can you imagine being the lineman getting that call? Pre-cell phone, you're sleeping, hanging out, and all of a sudden your home phone's ringing. Hey, bro, we need you to get down to the French Quarter immediately. God damn it. Are you fucking kidding me?
All
Man,
I
look
know
at
is I
those
was
people.
walking down Ross
Jesus.
Street and all the lights went out.
How can you maneuver in a crowd?
I mean, that's a Jazz Fest crowd right there.
They're all
dude.
going to go
That's
back to their hotel.
insane.
And it's all the
Jazz
same
Fest on
hotel.
steroids there, man.
How many people go to Jazz Fest?
A lot.
Right? I mean, that's 250. Or there's supposed to be 250 in town. for the
Second
crowd.
largest music festival in the world.
What's first?
Behind
Coachella?
Sunsplash,
What is Sunsplash?
Jamaica.
You son of a bitch. Have you been to Sunsplash?
No,
Not yet.
but I'm made out with a reggae girl.
Oh my God, dude. Sunsplash, Jamaica. Carnival.
T Bob looking good, baby. You been hitting the gym?
Yeah, dude, I've been
Man.
going to Rivers Place, a ball, 5 a.m. every day.
Rivers works there.
Rivers, yes.
Goes
Rivers
there?
trains. No, she trains. She
So she
trains at
trains-
Evolve.
oh, really?
Yeah, she
Okay.
trains at Evolve. Been doing a lot of like lightweight cardio type stuff. It's me and a bunch of women every day. You'd love it.
You did,
You love it. Only a couple other guys in there
yeah.
grinding.
Before the show,
5 a.m.
that's strong. But once you get you feeling better.
Well, yeah, once you're in the routine, you're in the
routine.
routine, dude. I'm starting to go full meathead again, too. Creatine, protein, green drink. I'm taking lion's mane mushrooms to sharpen the mind.
Hey, what creatine do you take?
I don't know. I think it's like HMB or something.
If anyone watching in the chat knows,
Creatine is hot right now
So-
on the internet streets.
so it
Gorilla Ball.
Hell yeah, dude. Bring it back. Fuck Tennessee. Tony B, you fucking tiny dick
Charlie, how are the
loser.
Sooners doing tonight?
Up 8-5, bottom 9.
Come on, Charlie. Come on with the Sooners, Charlie. Plus $2.
They were up 8-1. Georgia got 4 against the bullpen in the bottom of the 8th, but it's 8-5 going in the
Oh,
bottom
God.
nine.
It was
After
8-1
Kyson went out.
It was eight. Look, hey, Witherspoon did what he's supposed to do.
Oh, I understand that, but
Yeah,
damn.
8-5 going bottom of 9.
How
shit.
worried are we about Tennessee having 4 guys, double-digit home runs hitting over 300, and then the top 2 average guys with 8 home runs apiece?
They scored 3 runs in the last 2 games against Kentucky. If our guys pitch, they could pitch.
Let's go, Hammy. Let's fucking go. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I need to hear. I'm over here being a little soft bitch. I'm over here being a scared little bitch.
bro, Tennessee just lost a series to Kentucky.
I know.
They were on the ropes all 3 games against Ole Miss, and they lost.
They lost to A&M?
They lost to series A&M.
It's interesting
They're
to
the
see
most-
these 2 superpowers struggling at the same time.
They're the most talented team in the country. They just don't play like it every game. They're very
They're
gettable.
going to lock in for
The
this.
talent might be overrated.
Both teams will.
Yeah.
They're very gettable.
Both teams are going to lock in. My question is, I just hope Kate Anderson can, like the last time he ran into another top ace pilot in Kyson, he stepped up. Tanny stepped up again. You out, Josh?
All right,
All right,
Josh.
Josh, be easy, bro. Good seeing you.
Oh, you
man.
going, Josh? See you, brother. Tell your parents I said hello.
Picks in on the pack.
Bump, bump. Go, Pack, go.
See how the crowd reacts.
They're going to be fine.
They should want Will Johnson, right?
They are taking a Texas Longhorn.
Matthew
But
Golden.
not that one, Matthew Golden. Okay. They haven't taken a receiver in the first round in like 25 years.
Fuck you, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers,
Take
like, what
that,
the
bitch.
fuck,
Right,
dude?
right.
What the fuck, dude? I mean, they have to make the Jordan Love contract pay off, though. You know? They paid him for 8 games.
Would you have thought the same thing with Rodgers all the time?
Well, I think they had Drew Brees disease.
No doubt.
Where the
dog.
Saints thought that, okay, we just don't have to pay attention
Here's
to O-line or
Lance
anything
Moore.
because Drew Brees, Drew Brees.
Here's
gonna
Lance
make it.
Moore. Here's
There
Marcus
was my
Wilson.
favorite Brees game is when he threw touchdowns to
Mike Carney.
Dan Arnold.
Was-
No, it was
a
Dan
there was a
Arnold.
fullback.
Falcons.
There was a
Thanksgiving game.
fullback.
Oh God, who was it, dude? It was 4 fucking random guys and Dan
4
Arnold
undrafted
was
guys.
one of
It was
them, dude.
Thanksgiving. When he got hurt. Did I do it again?
Yes, it's okay.
God,
I'll get
remember
you
the
another
Drew
one.
Brees
Don't-
spin? remember
Dumb
the
dick
Drew
motherfucker.
the Drew Brees spin against the Falcons? All-time big
Yeah.
moment, dude.
The Saints did take Robert Meacham in the first round.
Yeah, fuck him.
He didn't turn out, but
Hey,
they gave
but
him a shot.
Meacham had the strip
against
touchdown against
Washington.
Washington,
Yeah,
dude.
that was
All-time
that
good
was an
highlight.
all-timer.
That was also a first round pick that didn't play his entire rookie year.
Wow. That's wild. And then you got the quiet storm out there being disrespected constantly. All right, I'm going to take a piss. I'll be back.
Matt's timing you.
All right, wait, hang on, T. Wait, hang on, T. I'm gonna time.
I'll be back.
I guarantee you this will be less than 60 seconds unless he stops to smoke a joint. Ready? Wait till he gets over the chair. All right, here we go. Start. I guarantee you this will be. Hey, check see if the door is open. If the door is locked and he can't get in, bets are off. But if he gets right in, this counts.
He's in.
This is less than 60 seconds.
He's
I guarantee you.
Start the clock.
Less than 60 seconds. Guarantee you, he'll be back in that chair.
Well, he went right in.
It's gonna stun you. So he went in the door at 20
Golden.
seconds.
There you go. Kid, just to piss off Aaron Rodgers.
That is kind of the ultimate FU Aaron Rodgers pick, isn't it?
I love it.
I'm telling you, bro. He pisses in like 10 seconds, and he washes his hands. Huh? No. He works out his fucking dick muscle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Come on, T Bob. Don't make me a fucking liar.
Vikings could trade out here.
Is that a minute? Tell me when that door opens.
I have line of sight.
He's washing his fucking hands.
Hygiene's important.
No. It's not. It's a short piss.
He's out.
145. Right on it. Hey, no. Because he didn't go in the door until 20 seconds after, so it was a minute 20. A minute 25. Motherfucker!
You right.
That's what he does, bro. He went in the door at 20 seconds, and y'all said, is he out? He was out. He was out at a minute, so he was a minute 20. He was a minute 20.
So we were both 20 seconds off.
But you were over. So Price is Right rules, you lose. Price is Right rules, you lose. Hey, no. Price is Right rules, you lose. You're over.
Vikings pick is in. Doesn't look like they're trading.
Who is?
Vikings pick is
Vikings?
in. Doesn't look like they're
Okay.
trading. Hey, Jimmy.
Wow.
Missouri got 5 in the top of the first against Alabama.
We're arguing over T-Bob.
They're losing 15-5.
Lost 7-5.
Oh, 7-5.
Lost 7-5.
The only reason I came here tonight.
I'm trying to get the damn what's the name
Awesome, man. I
on.
love it. Thank you.
2 outs in the ninth. Oklahoma needs 1 more out. Georgia's got a runner at second, down 3.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to find.
About 5 minutes past the Galleria.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in Hoover. But iHeartRadio.
I don't. Missouri couldn't have possibly been up 5 in any game this season in the league, right? They were up 5 and lost.
I'm handing my favorite.
Hey, there
He
you
said
go.
Ottenhandy are his favorites. He lives in. He's LSU guy. Lives in Hoover.
Thank you, brother.
T-D-E-R-X.
Ottenhandy. There it
Thank you
is.
for listening.
T-D-E-R-X.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make them illegal bets now.
Oh, yeah.
Illegal bets.
Oh, it's all legal now.
In Bama? Let's see. No, Vikings. Oh, never mind.
This might be the safety from South Carolina, Emin Worry.
Matt.
Yes, sir.
I'm down to get one right sooner. Rather.
Huh?
It's loud.
It's loud. What number are you? 3?
He's
Check.
3.
Check. That one.
You just need lesser value?
In my head. Yeah, that's good. Thanks.
Ding, 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 ding.
Matthew Golden.
Let's see if we got a Vikings pick here, man.
I'm going to go Emin Worry, safety for South Carolina. Can I get one right?
You're not so smart without your cards there, Trebek.
Suck it, Trebek.
That's not what your mother
Thank you,
said
Phil.
last
Hey,
night.
nice to see you. Hey, thank you, guys. Thank you all for coming.
Look at that, man. Great show. He thought you were T-Bob.
Did not. He bought me a drink. Clemson got run ruled tonight by NC State.
Wow.
Jesus. 14-4.
On the road.
Yes. See, I'm still working my college baseball stuff.
You what now?
I'm still doing. I can do 2 things at once.
Let's see. Shout out some of these people. Let's see who are watching. Flag, Nookie, Drunk Vigo, Brennan Huff. Shout out to everybody. Thanks for being there. Gulf South. Dustin B 337. Turbo Fred.
Shoot us a question.
Missouri and Alabama are tied.
No, that's over.
Oh,
That's over.
Brennan Huff said get Scone in the shot. Brennan, I could. I
8-6.
could get a chair and sit behind Ott.
Time runs at the plate.
2 outs.
Single to center.
Yeah, 2
Oh,
outs.
shit.
One more out.
Damn it.
Tell them to shoot us some questions. We'll take
All right.
questions.
Questions, fire away. Go. Whoops. Your questions.
Donovan Jackson. I can't get one right to save my life, man. Good night.
What's LSU's baseball's potential this year?
They should be in Omaha.
Their potential is they can win the national championship.
The Giants have traded back in to the round.
All right, number 889 in the lineup, though.
Okay. Giants have traded back in. They're at 25.
Where do you see that?
Right there. Giants are coming back in here. This is a quarterback.
Giants,
Is it
Right.
Shador or is it
Dart?
I think it's Shador. The Giants spent a ton of time in Colorado.
Yeah.
I think this is Shador.
So whose pick did they take?
Texans. I think this is Shador, boys. And don't be surprised if the Rams take Jackson Dart right behind him.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Totally see that. It's a matter of, do they need to get Stafford something to help him win now before he retires, or do they go get the next guy?
I figure Stafford's going to play one more year.
Stafford's got his limited time. Yeah, a year or two left. Well, he's playing at a high level this deep in his career, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't
Your
have
boy,
to retire.
Your boy Jalen Walker doesn't sack him, man. They might go down right there.
They are. The Giants are selecting Jackson Dart.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they went with, Deion's not happy. No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. The mom's hugging him.
Well, I don't know if the Rams are going to take Shador.
Most wins by Ole Miss. We don't. Fuck. You don't get credit for that. Lane Kiffin offense, man. Limited reads. It's not an NFL developmental system.
All right. So no Jackson Dart, New Orleans. So are the Saints staying? Staying at 40?
But that's plus $3 to be the second quarterback taken.
Yeah.
Dart. That hits. Rams ain't taking Shador.
If I was Deion, I would hope they did, because Sean McVay to develop my quarterback would be a great situation.
But I
don't think they're going to do it. I'm with you.
I don't think so.
And if he don't go there, he's going to second round unless somebody else. Cleveland make a trade back in.
Why would Cleveland can sit right where they are and get their quarterback?
I agree. Absolutely.
I mean, now they've got trade capital now that they trade away Hunter.
How about that shit? I mean, you know what else happens though? In getting Jacksonville's first next year, they have 2 ones next year, so they can be aggressive to get whatever the fuck they want next year.
No, they've got all the trade capital in the world.
You want to go get Arch?
I don't think they need to though.
No, I get it, but Jacksonville. Now Cleveland may suck dick, but Jacksonville may be really good next year. So that the one that Cleveland's getting from Jacksonville may be like a 20s pick.
I think Jacksonville's
got
got
your pick and put it with that 20s pick and move up. Yeah.
Jacksonville's defense was bad last year. Bad.
That's also a division that blows, and any team could win the division, go to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I get Houston.
It won't stay bad forever.
I get it.
But Indianapolis said, what's the easiest pass for a quarterback to complete? Tight end. We need anything to help this guy out. We need a tight end. They made no secrets that they wanted a tight end.
There's some crazy stat that they haven't had a 500-yard tight end since like Dallas Clark or something.
Well,
so they were in the market.
They haven't invested as high of a pick on a guy that can't throw either.
What about Kobe Fleener? Remember the Saints signed Fleener from
Yeah.
the Indy, and he was
It may
the
not be
first round.
It may not be Dallas
He was-
Clark. It's been like 8 years or something.
Yeah, Fleener was part of those 3 tight ends that were like high picks out of Stanford.
He was a total fucking bust with New Orleans when they signed him as a free agent. But I mean, he was
good college,
and he was good. He was good in Indy.
The other one's like Tuamala. Where'd he go, Charlie? Oklahoma won.
Yes.
Yes. Well done, Charlie.
Listen to the podcast.
Charlie.
We were up 8-1. We went rocking chair. We had to sweat it at the end.
Oh man, 8-1 in the 8th inning to the tying runs at the plate. Yeah. Yeah, they showed both Sanders' house and Dart's mom hugging him. Yeah. So Giants.
All right. So if Shadur doesn't get taken, if nobody else trades back up,
man,
this is all we're talking about tomorrow morning.
Does Cleveland risk it now? I mean, you got Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
I mean, he brought him to the playoffs, but my God, you got 1 year maybe. It's a perfect situation, though, to be a professional, and let Shador kind of take his time.
Do they have the first pick of the
second?
No, they got the first pick
of the second round.
Yeah, they
Why?
do. Because there was a coin flip. There was a tiebreaker, and the Titans got the tiebreaker in the first round.
Is it a snake?
They got.
Did they go 1-2-1-2 the whole draft?
It was Tennessee, Cleveland, and the Giants. Tennessee got the first pick in the first round.
Okay.
Cleveland got it in the second.
And the Giants,
in the third. Yeah.
Wow.
So they got the first pick of the second round.
Does it snake back in the fourth and give the Giants first pick in the fourth?
No, it goes back to Tennessee.
Okay.
It goes back to Tennessee. I'd sit there if I was Cleveland. I'd stew on this. I wouldn't trade back up. I'd stew on this for the next 16 hours or whatever, and decide if I wanted him.
But you risk these 6 picks.
Yeah,
are going to be non-quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Nobody else wants to move to the Steelers. The Steelers don't want him, huh? The Steelers could have taken him.
Steelers don't have a second round pick, so for them trading back up would be tough.
Okay.
It'd be tough. Let's see where we at. Yeah. You got. Oh, hang on. Well, we got another trade. The Falcons are coming back up, but this is not for a quarterback. Falcons are coming. Falcons traded back up into the first round. Whose pick was this?
Well, they're not taking a quarterback.
No, they're not. They're definitely not taking a quarterback.
We said that last year too.
Yeah, well, this time I think we're right.
They got another one.
The Rams are trading out with the Falcons.
Rams.
All right. Who do they? It's got to be the corner, right? Or Green. Mike Green's still there.
They can use help on defense.
Yes, a lot of help on defense. Will Johnson, Mike Green, James Pierce. Oh, they want to.
So Charlie, do you like the pick under 2.5 quarterbacks right now?
Love it.
You like it? You
love it.
Did y'all play that?
Love
Y'all play that under
it.
2.5?
Yeah. Plus
Yeah.
250.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, that bowl game was a joke.
So
They beat them like a drum.
you know who screws you? It's the Saints.
Yeah.
Because the Giants have traded back for their quarterback.
Harris.
Pittsburgh doesn't have a second round
The
pick.
Saints will move up to ahead of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Do we think the Saints are going to take a quarterback at 40 or ahead? Because if Dart was their guy, then who are you looking at? Or are you starting?
We
to
don't know
look,
Dart was their guy.
I understand, but that was all the conversation today.
I
So
understand.
that they try to make it. So if
Could be Tyler Shug.
maybe, but where are you going to be aggressive to do it, or do you, or maybe you? I'm just throwing out the hypothetical. Maybe do you look at Jesus, all the people.
Okay.
Or maybe are you looking at a
Can you tell
when
which
you
house
were
is in
like a day
Utah and
three-
which
yeah,
house was in
right,
Georgia?
right.
All right. Let me throw this scenario at you. Loomis is very close with Howie Roseman. Roseman takes him to the cleaners once a year.
Yes.
Okay. You trade back to 32 to get Shador. You give him a third and a fourth, which they have an extra one of both. That could go from 40 to 32.
Take Shador?
Yeah.
I'd love it.
That could happen.
I'm good with that.
That could happen.
My jersey would be extinct then.
I'm good taking Shador at 32. I would have taken Shador at 9. I don't know. I know. But
Shador at 30 is a whole lot different than Shador at 9.
no, but so is Jackson Dart at 28 or 25. 25, then at 9.
This has got to be a pass rusher. This Falcons here. This has got to be Mike Green or James Pierce. One of the two. Got to be.
How did Atlanta get 2 picks in round 1?
Dayball sees traits in Darty season Josh Allen.
Oh, they just traded him with
the
skill
set.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Brian Dayball sees. Oh, okay. All right.
Why are they letting Brian Dayball make a decision? He's going to be fired after this year.
I agree.
Because the guy making the decision over him, Shane, is going to get fired.
Well, he was credited with the development of Allen. He was his offense coordinator when he turned from highly inconsistent inaccurate passer. I mean that Houston Buffalo.
He's done okay without him.
Oh no! But he broke through in his career with him. I mean, if you go back and watch that Houston Buffalo wild card game, those two man, that was a joke. Remember, he ran back like 20 yards, just threw the ball up and crap. I mean, Josh Allen was not a given by his first couple of years that he was going to be an accurate, kind of settled in passer.
No, they loved him because he had the bazooka.
I liked him too. I loved him coming out. Loved him. But just go back and watch that game. He was not the quarterback. And Dayball he was there. You know.
Pass rusher.
Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce. Okay.
All right, Max hit that one. He's happy.
Max is having an aneurysm. He said they got Walker and Pierce. He's having a heart attack.
The Falcons.
He's right.
The Falcons are taking guys, and on the side last year when they're just a year late on improving that defense.
Yeah. I didn't see. Did anybody
look at my man in the orange suit, though?
Anybody see what they gave up to move back in the first round?
I don't think that's a man.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
I think that was grandma.
It was a great suit, though.
Great suit.
Hand me my pen.
She's happy to be there. It's great to be here. You did it. World's greatest cup of coffee. It's great to be here.
Oh, shit. So did the Rams take their first pick? They didn't. No, they did not pick yet. Okay.
No, they just traded back. They just traded that pick to the Falcons. That means my Rams quarterback.
Who did Arizona pick?
Walter Nolan.
The what?
Walter Nolan.
Oh yeah.
So the Rams are out of the first round. We're on the Ravens. Best organization in football. Watch them go steal Will Johnson right here. You know who they're going to take? And I ain't got one right in like an hour. Watch them go take Jihad Campbell, who I love, out of Alabama. He looks like a Raven, doesn't he?
McShay says Saints will not take Sanders at 40.
Good. Somebody's going to trade up for him. I don't think he gets to 40. It may be the beginning of the second round, but I don't think he gets to 40. Freaking Ravens are going to go take Jihad Campbell. He's going to be 8-time Pro Bowler. Hey, what do you think about the Kansas City Chiefs taking Mason Taylor?
Love it.
Wouldn't it be a great spot for him?
Yes.
Kelsey's going to play one more year and then drift off into Taylor Swift world, and he can just take over there, catch passes.
I mean, it would have been a great spot for Clyde if he could stay healthy. If he could have stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You gotta.
Little early for Taylor,
Now,
but
now Kelsey lines up. It was like Jimmy Graham, 90% as a wideout.
shouldn't Taylor do that too at the next level?
Yes,
Yeah.
he just caught on to being more the run the blocking aspect of the position.
Yes,
It's improved, but it took some time at this level.
it did.
By the way, shout out to Ross Jackson. His final first round prediction for the Saints earlier today.
Calvin Banks
Nailed it.
Very good.
Nailed it. LouisianaSports.net. Shout out Ross.
Well, you can also get the shows live on demand.
Yeah.
Live or on demand, excuse me. Ravens pick is in. It's going to be J.R. Campbell.
You're just so goddamn J.R. Campbell.
If I ever disown the Saints, I'm going to root for the Ravens.
Back to the 70s with the Saints. Matt.
And I like the pick. I like the Banks pick.
So this was
I think the Banks
every
pick is
home
very
game
solid.
was blacked out because they never sold out. It's fine. We get to watch real football.
Yeah.
But when they were on the road, oh crap. We have to watch the Saints. Can't we watch real football?
Dog, I remember the blackout days.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know the blackout days.
I live
1 p.m.
outside of the
1
blackout.
p.m. to 1 p.m. starts. Charlie, when was that? You good at that kind of crap?
Oh God!
When they went to 12-3 because they were 1 p.m. for a long time.
Late 70s, because
So it was 1 p.m. local time for everybody.
Yeah.
Wherever they played.
Yeah. It was late 70s when they went to New, because I lived outside of the blackout zone until the late 80s when I got out of high school. So we always got the Saints. That's how I became a fan. That's how they sucked me into the cult. I watched Dick Nolan teams.
Yeah, in college, that was a big deal that they Channel 2 went out to Mike's Grill and showing the Saints games locally.
When I got to college, I didn't know
Illegally.
I didn't know the blackout rule when I got to college in 1989. And I was like, "What do you mean the Saints aren't on?" I went across the river, okay, and got the CBS affiliate out of Lafayette to on Rabbit Ears. We took the little grill out of the freezer, and we took tinfoil. I'm not joking, and we got the CBS affiliate out of Lafayette to watch the Saints.
It's maybe a reason why in Lafayette the Saints are so strong.
Yeah,
Saints are stronger in Lafayette than in Baton Rouge. I believe so.
I mean, yeah, they were blacked out in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. They're stronger. A lot of people. There's more indifferent people to the Saints when they're winning. Okay, yeah, we'll get on.
Yeah.
No, there's more diehards in Lafayette.
No, Lafayette is Saints country.
Yes,
for
indeed,
sure.
absolutely. You know, the Bayou area, the Thibodeau, area that play, but not. Baton Rouge is more of a college town, and
You know what's the biggest surprise to me when I moved here? The amount of people that love LSU but could care less about the Saints.
that's what I'm saying.
I thought everybody loved both
No.
like I do, and I was wrong.
No.
When I was young, we moved here in '89. We moved to Baton Rouge from New Orleans in '89.
Yeah.
And being in school in the early '90s, everybody were fucking front runners cheering for the Cowboys. Nobody liked the Saints.
Right now, yeah.
Nobody here cared. Nobody gave a shit about the Saints until '06 and started winning. Malachi Starks.
Safety.
I got the wrong safety. I had him in Worry.
Dude, I interviewed him at Media Days this year. He was a good dude, man. I really enjoyed
They
talking
usually
to him.
don't bring, poor representations there.
No doubt. No,
you know what I
well,
mean? But I mean, no. But I understand.
I know what you're
understand.
saying.
But I mean, if they have a good player that's going to represent them well.
Oh man, there's some dudes that have gone to Media Days. It's like, why are you here?
Yes. Yes.
But he was great. He was an All-American, man. All-American safety. He was really good. I enjoyed that.
How many Georgia players in first round today?
Let's see.
The two other edge
Three.
guys. 3. That's
Three.
it. Just those two, all on the defensive side. Huh?
Williams, Walker, and him.
Did McConkey go first round or second last year?
First round.
First.
Late.
No.
Yeah.
McConkey was first rounder?
Lad McConkey, late first round, I'm pretty sure.
Now,
34th pick.
early second.
Was it early second?
Early
Okay, I stand corrected. Didn't take the
I got the
Lions-
stupid "Go Pack Go" chant in my head right now.
Didn't take the Lions long.
We're usually not done here until after 11.
It's going pretty quick, huh?
They have moved quickly tonight. Dude.
Yeah, I think the quarterback's gonna be just fine. Cleveland ain't moving up. There's no reason. Detroit, Goff, no.
Josh Simmons here, maybe.
Washington, they don't need a quarterback. Buffalo, they don't need a quarterback. The Eagles, they don't need a quarterback. The Chiefs, nah.
Somebody trade back in.
Ahead of Cleveland, you saying?
Yeah.
I guess, but
Well, it's Pittsburgh and New Orleans, and Pittsburgh doesn't have a second round pick.
Pittsburgh had 2 guys fall to them,
Yeah.
and they chose not to.
And pick that. And they don't have a second round pick. If Shadur Sanders goes, it's New Orleans. I don't see anybody else that trades back up into the first round for him.
McShay, you saw that? McShay said they won't even take him at 40.
Right, you're right. He's second round guy.
Dana Brown checking in on the stream. There you go. Huh? Downtown Dana Brown. He said Kyle McCord is his pick for the Saints quarterback.
I love Kyle McCord.
I would just
Kyle McCord.
They take Kyle
Kyle
McCord
McCord
in
goes
the
ahead
third round.
of the Ohio State. Is
Will Howard.
yeah, I would say yeah.
Let's see.
If they lost again, and they had to finish their season after the Michigan game,
Huh?
Ohio State.
I mean, what?
I'm just saying that they ran McCord off because he lost one game
Oh yeah,
last year.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't play
He went to
bad.
Syracuse, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so they would have freaked out again if they'd have lost to Michigan to end their season again.
I got through for 4,000 yards at Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
He had 2 awful games.
A third round pick, I'd take a flyer. Yeah.
Matt C said, Scone, if you could have season tickets for life for one, Saints or LSU, which would you choose? I don't really want to go to games anymore. Do y'all like going to games?
No.
Do you like going to games?
I don't go to games.
I don't go to games either. I haven't.
But give
since
me
T Bob and I have been doing this, and even Jordy before that, I haven't been to a game at Tiger Stadium since 2018. It's been that long since I've been to Tiger Stadium.
But a big time SEC game is way better than the NFL game.
Yeah. No,
Way
the
better.
answer to that would be LSU. Yeah.
That for me. I mean, when I'm around, friends around the country, are like who've never been to an SEC game.
Yeah.
So you gotta go see one.
Yeah.
And it's the whole experience. It's the on
No doubt.
campus,
No doubt.
I
Tailgate,
mean, the
pregame,
tailgate
everything, yes,
is
all of it. I agree.
it's a better
scene is
looking
better.
crowd.
No
I
doubt.
mean, it's
Scene
just
is better.
yeah.
100%. I
There's
agree.
bands, instead of sound systems,
I think you guys can agree with me on this. When we went to LSU games, and I think I've been to 2 in the last 5 years since we changed our format, going to an LSU game means that you miss every other game.
Yeah.
Because in the press box there, they're going to show 19 screens on the LSU game and maybe one on like Georgia, Alabama. And we did everything because, okay, so they want you focused on the game, and I get that. But you miss everything else. Now that we can watch every other game at the same time in the sports book or even at our homes.
It's why for all American teams, Heisman, the people that vote, it's a joke.
Thank you.
It should be restricted to studio personnel.
It is
that
absurd.
watch all the games.
It is absurd that beat writers that cover an individual team vote on national awards.
I've been on that for 30 years.
It is fucking impossible to watch. If LSU plays at 7, you leave your house at 3, fight traffic, park, get to the press box, hang out on the field before. You're watching one game. Your day is committed to one game. You might keep a little, but there is no way you can be that invested in the entire day.
I mean, we're doing post game in the studio. I'm obviously been watching the LSU game, and I watch every LSU game, every play. But I got 3 other games on that I can at least monitor.
Yeah.
At the time.
All right, let's see.
Williams.
Do the Commanders take Emory Jones? Not round 1, did
No, I don't think he's going first round.
And midstream ads said, by the way, I have tried to end the midstream ads just for the fucking record. We have turned it off. I've tried. You have an issue with Google, not with me. Going to the game just isn't comfortable. It's true. Christopher Keller said Scone's going to lose his shit if the Saints take Milroe. That's a stone cold. If the Saints take Milroe,
all 3 of us.
I'm telling you, if the New Orleans Saints take Jalen Milroe, my level of give a fuck about this franchise goes to 0 until this whole regime is gone. I'll watch them and cover them because I got to, but my emotional give a fuck is out the window.
I'll back you.
If that's where you are to where you think that's the answer, then we're done.
Yep.
Nick said, I'm too young for the blackout games. Please elaborate why Baton Rouge couldn't catch the Saints games.
It's a 100-mile radius.
I thought it was 75, which I always thought was bullshit because we were inside of 75.
We got to explain actually with the blackouts.
Okay, so when they didn't sell, there was a sellout deadline.
72
and
hours.
It was 72 hours. And every now and then a business or whatever would jump in and buy
the rest of the
enough
tickets,
to where it was out of good grace in New Orleans, and so if you couldn't go to the game, you could see it. But they were blacked out.
Yeah.
And this was a regularity for
couldn't
years.
See them locally if the game didn't sell out.
And they didn't sell out, and the Saints did not sell out regularly till Katrina. And then when Katrina hit, a lot of my friends and the families when the Saints were bad. Keep in mind, they were bad. We didn't know Sean Payton, Drew Brees was going to be any good.
Right.
I mean, the win total that first year was probably about 6.5 on a 16-game schedule. And they just felt that it was so important to try because they realized they were 1 foot out the door.
Yeah.
And Tagliabue said, no, you're keeping them here for 1 year and at least giving this market a shot.
Yeah.
And by the way,
they have sold out every game. And of course, the first game is when they're 2-0 on Monday night against the Falcons.
Yeah, right.
And boom, the rest is history. But until then, it was a flip of the coin.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot.
I mean,
and by the way,
it went to the third. It went to the deadline a lot of weeks. Yeah.
Tagliabue's lieutenant that was in charge of all the New Orleans stuff post Katrina was Roger Goodell. He was the guy that was the one responsible as the conduit from the league to make sure the team returned and had everything they needed.
I've always said Paul Tagliabue should be in the Saints Hall of Fame.
But there's no question.
He saved the
reason the Saints are still here. They'd be in San Antonio.
Yeah. Benson was out, and they had such a horrible experience in Baton Rouge for those 4 games. They put 60,000, 65,000. He was
fighting a fucking Benson was fighting a fucking cameraman in the bowels of Tiger Stadium.
Yes.
Jesus.
Outside the lines, I sat next to Bob Lee at an LSU game who was in town doing the outside the lines piece for the Saints return. And they had 65. So Benson thought that Bertman would be thrilled to host the Saints for 4 games. And Bertman thought that the Saints would be appreciative that we're giving you a landing spot in New Orleans, and neither paid for the support.
The infrastructure.
So you leave in the Dolphins Saints game on the general light cycle. It took people 2.5 hours to get to the Garden District. They never came back. And then they got
And by the way, there were more people in that stadium cheering for Nick Saban's Dolphins than there were the.
I
Saints
was
in
at
the
that game.
I was at the
Absolutely.
yeah.
game.
And
I was at the Bears game too.
well,
What a shit
the
show.
Bears game was my favorite. Well, I think your Catholic High Bears performed at halftime for that game, I believe. The band. But anyway, the artists in New Orleans, there was so much room that Frenchie, the famous artist in New Orleans, I said, what is this guy doing? He put the easel and he was doing everything. He was putting his paints here and all that. My man just did a it was on the 45-yard line, 10 rows up. I said, what is this joker doing? He was setting up a fucking paint.
Jesus Christ.
Frenchie, he did it. It was embarrassing to say the least. Sports Illustrated did an overhead shot of the Carolina game, which was the last one. 6,000 people maybe at an NFL game.
And it was an awful Saints team.
And
they were awful.
Golf South said, I know Scone hated the McConkey pick last year by the Chargers. Hester still talks shit about it with how good McConkey rookie year was. No, this is a gigantic fucking misnomer. Hold on, no. Because I've heard Hester do this shit, and he's even left an autographed Lad McConkey picture on my office door. And I get it. My problem was with Chris Doering. My rant was Chris Doering did the top 10 SEC receivers of the last decade and had Lad McConkey on the list, which is a fucking goddamn joke. Like, he had, and I listed 20 NFL Pro Bowlers ahead of Lad McConkey that weren't on that list. That was my problem. Anyway. Josh Connolly. There you go.
They went offensive line.
Yeah. Get Jaden Daniels.
That was the favorite.
Man. Yeah.
Protect our investment.
Tim Edwards used to come in clutch with those last 5,000 tickets sold.
Yeah, that's
Entergy would
good.
jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
I remember shooting.
And now listen, way back, in the never on. If you wanted to pay attention to the Saints game, 1 p.m. era, 70s, so you had to listen to WWL. I mean, yeah.
Jimmy,
Big Ben, the first Atlanta Falcons Hail Mary that beat the Saints 20-17. 85, Alfred Jenkins, Big Ben.
1978. Yeah.
Okay. And then what did they lose when they went to Fulton County? The score? 20-17 on a Junior Miller touchdown.
Yeah.
It wasn't from 50 yards, but anyway, that
Only
game.
now you know
Dave
the rest of the story.
Oh, thank you, Paul Harvey.
But that was on the radio.
YK.
It was on the radio.
Hey, what was it?
At least the Monday night games were on TV.
Oh yeah, when they came from
Jets,
three
Raiders, all the
touchdowns
collapses.
they had to lose to the Raiders.
35-14.
I was at that Jets game, by the way, when I was in junior high.
That's why they got Richard Todd.
What was the over-under on offensive lineman for the first round? It was 6.5, right?
Oh.
Because Connolly mixed 7.
All right, this is a defensive lineman edge right here for the Bills. All right, where are we at for SEC guys?
All right, let's count them.
Starks is 1, Pierce is 2, Dart's 3, Golden's 4, Barron's 5, Stewart 6, Nolan 7, Walker's 8, Booker's 9, Williams is 10,
13.
Banks, thank you.
Okay, so
we got one more.
1 out of 3. No,
we got one more.
No, 14.5.
That's a
Oh, no, yeah, 14.5.
They're 13.
Yeah,
So we got one more.
No, yeah, one more you can, cushion, yeah. And then we can.
Let's go, Otter. Here we go. Here we go, Otter.
Do it for my franchise. Trust me, these glasses are way more valuable than his fucking jersey.
A fucking autographed Derek Carr.
You trying to stay under or go
we're going to be
over?
under 14.5.
Okay, 3 of the top.
3 picks left. Only one
I
to
could
be in
give up
SEC
one.
play.
I got
Three of the top-
one cushion.
3 of the
And I
top
played
6
it too,
guys.
by the way. I played
You
it
did?
too. Yeah, I
Okay.
played it. Yeah.
3 of the top 6 guys available are SEC guys.
Okay, it's gonna be close.
According to who?
ESPN.
Will Johnson still out there? Maxwell Hairston, Jihad Campbell, Mike Green, Josh Simmons, Nick
Pierce was a
Immanwari.
borderline. He's gone. Shit, you know who was
Harrison from Kentucky, Jihad Campbell from Alabama, and Immanwari from South Carolina. 3 of the top 6. You guys got to
But
sweat.
according to that list, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to sweat. Yeah, it's close.
Who's the top defensive line edge guy here?
Mike Green from Marshall.
Oh God, you can't let that go. They got to take him here.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, they fucking gotta take him. They gotta.
Did they?
They gotta fucking. No, I'm saying they gotta take him. He's not from the SEC. Fucking take that guy.
No.
Take
But have
him.
you seen him?
They got.
You seen his film? He can go,
I've seen his
dude.
film playing shit level football.
I
They gotta
know,
Fucking take him.
I know,
Fuck
but
yeah,
that explosion is. I don't care.
bro. The Marshall guy. Yeah, give me that guy.
I can play, man.
Fucking play.
You
That's
don't
why
think he's going to be good?
He's gonna. I've watched.
I think he'll be good.
Otter, I've watched so much Marshall football. I've seen every fucking snap that guy's taken. He's gonna be a fucking stud.
Okay,
Got
he's
it.
lying.
Lock it in. Stud. Lock it the fuck in.
I get it, but you've seen the film. You had to see the cut-ups. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Let's see.
There are some guys that slip through the transfer portal. There are some guys that are recruited more heavily than others that don't deserve to be. This guy's got a chance to be one of those guys.
Let's see. Get some
Where
more
was
of
his
these-
over-under? Right around now, huh?
Yeah.
A little higher, huh, Charles?
I thought a little higher.
A
Yeah.
little higher.
I thought late teens, actually. I can tell you, Will Johnson, his over-under was like 12, and he's still sitting on the board.
Boo Daddy said, will there be a second show tomorrow? No, we're just here at Don Juan for round one. Brendan Huff said, Colucci 2-1, 2+
Okay.
odds
Ottawa,
winners. Musso hit the horn.
I like Whitney, but he loves his intro that you built. He loves. Charlie tried to intro him one time, and he was like, "Hey guys," I'm like, "Get the chick,"
Where's
and he
the horn?
fired him up immediately.
Bro, some people were so pissed when I switched from voice guy to Amanda, who's the voice girl on ESPN now. I was like, you know what? Sometimes you live in a house for a long time, and you need to fucking change the cabinets and the drapery and the carpet and shit. Like, we had the same sound on ESPN for 15 years. I was like, it's time to do something different. Change it up.
It's time.
Colucci time.
Fat Boy Slim saying should go all in and draft Emory Jones.
To pick who?
Huh?
To pick who?
Fat Boy Slim. Emory Jones.
Oh, Emory Jones.
By the way, misspelled Emory. Anyway. Y'all should do a Don Juan watch party for baseball. I'm sure we will at some point, man. We've done a lot of baseball, mostly postseason.
Oh, if
but
they go
we
to
did
Omaha or something?
23. We were here super regional against Kentucky. Game 1 against Florida College World Series. We've done it. Don Juan's great, man. Saints will draft Elon Musk at 40. Good, we need a new owner.
Ellen Moore.
What did Miss Gail call him?
Ellen Moore. She left the K off.
Ellen Moore.
Maxwell. God damn it.
Oh boy, the sweat is on.
All right, that's it.
The sweat is on.
2 picks, Otter. We need our Marshall guy and like some Ohio State kid. Oh, the Eagles are moving up. The Eagles are moving up 1 spot.
Really?
The Eagles are moving up 1 spot with the Chiefs. Who the fuck would you move up 1 spot?
Let's see.
Like, if you're moving up 1 spot, clearly they don't want the player you're getting, right?
They want Eminwari. I'm going to say Eminwari, which is not going to do good for
That
you
would
guys.
not be good for me.
No.
Damn it.
Well, it could. Well, Ziad Campbell doesn't do you any good either. Mike Green.
By the way, I love that Maxwell Harrison this whole night. I watched him play Kentucky a little. I love this dude's energy because his spot was right in where all the guys walked out, and he went and was fired up for every fucking dude that walked out of there. I love this guy's energy. He's been sitting his ass there for 4 hours waiting for his moment. And he got it.
He's dressed like a
Good
lion.
for you, bro.
He's dressed like a lion, right?
Bills.
I know, but he's dressed like a lion. He's got a silver suit and the blue tie. Maybe he was hoping Detroit would take him. I don't know.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Look at him.
It's got to be just the best moment of these guys' lives. They got, and ordinary.
Instant millionaire, yeah.
Well, yeah, but 364 days of the year, everybody hates Roger Goodell. But you go up there,
Yeah,
and you wanna hug
everybody
him.
bro hugs him.
Yeah,
It's great,
everybody
dude.
loves him. Well, Howie Roseman's moving up for a reason, so let's see what it is. One of the sharpest GMs in football.
I hope it's the kid from Marshall. Let's go with the Marshall kid that Otter loves and says is the
Can
greatest
also
ever.
go Josh Simmons, a tackle from Ohio State.
Those should be your next 2 picks, Hanny.
Yeah.
That should be your next 2 picks.
All right, so
Bo.
you guys got to fade both of them, right? If either one of them is an
now,
SC
someone
guy.
said Mason Taylor here. I was like, look, if it's Mason Taylor, I'll take my L.
So Mason Taylor to the Chiefs.
That could make sense.
Okay.
Just flipping.
Yeah. You guys need both of them to be non-SEC guys?
Correct.
Okay.
We're under 14 and a half.
Okay.
So they're at 14 now with this pick.
Pick
Eagles
six.
pick is in, obviously.
I'm going to say Nick.
You say I'm in worry?
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm rooting for you guys. I got no dog in the fight here. I lost 2 of my 3 bets so far.
Hey, Handy, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'd like to win it, but it's okay.
Sure.
It's gonna be okay.
Hey,
Not gonna change my life.
You know what bet of mine
They
is?
moved up for Milrow.
Oh,
At
God.
least they moved up. Yeah, the Eagles went up and drafted Jalen Milrow, another Alabama Jalen.
So the bet that I got is still live is that the Rams would take a quarterback with their first pick, which is now 14 picks into the second round. I could go Tyler Shook there. So I'm still technically alive.
The Rams?
Rams, yeah, they traded out in the first round.
Wait, so what was your bet?
That they would take a quarterback with
just
their first pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an underdog, but I'm still alive.
Milrow is a great running back against LSU.
If Jalen Milrow would agree to do a Taysom Hill role, he would become extremely valuable to me because he can run. He started off as a receiver. He can throw enough to keep you honest. I mean, you can do all kind of creative things with him. When he said, I'm a quarterback and a quarterback only, I lost all interest.
Same with Tebow. Tebow could have been a personal protector. He could have been a special team guy. He could have been a fullback, H-back. Tebow could have been all that shit, but he wanted to be a quarterback.
Jordan Jefferson got invited to camp with the Buccaneers. If he would have gone as a tight end, he was like, no, I'm a quarterback. Okay, well, you can stay home.
Yeah.
So...
All right, Eagles pick is in. Let me see if we know who this pick is, so I can just get my answer real quick and be out of my misery. If it's Jihad Campbell. God damn it.
Okay.
All right, we lose.
And he's
Otter. We're out.
Oh, he's a
Otter
good player,
Otter.
man.
I thought it was going to be the goddamn guy from Marshall. You got it. Otter loves the guy from Marshall's film.
Guy from Marshall's pretty good. Guy from Alabama's better.
Stunning. They went with the guy from Alabama, not the guy from Marshall.
Yeah.
Crazy. The guy who kicked ass in the SEC as opposed to the guy who kicked ass in the SWAC.
The general manager of the
MEAC.
world. The general manager of the world champions.
Sunbelt.
Yeah.
What's the Marshall?
Marshall's in Sunbelt, aren't they?
I don't fucking know. I don't care.
know.
The
They keep
AAC.
changing. They're not in the
Doesn't
MAC.
matter. Doesn't matter. It's a wholly irrelevant league.
Okay.
Go play your own brand of football with your own little brothers.
All right. So that 2020 draft, when we did all of this stuff, I ended up in the studio with Hester for the last pick of the first round. Must have been 21.
It was 2020 was the COVID draft. That was Island Handy.
I ended up there.
Did you forget?
Yeah, no.
He's free.
I remember that.
Free.
I was sitting next to Hester
He's
when
free.
He was free. I was sitting next to Hester when the Chiefs took Edwards-Helaire.
That was the COVID draft.
Yeah.
I think you misremembered.
All right. Well, I remember Hester going crazy. Maybe I wasn't there, but I remember Hester going crazy.
You were not next to Hester.
I wasn't. No.
You were wearing
Hester,
a fucking straw.
I had a great cowboy hat, and by the way, I still got my fish shirt. I should have worn it, but
I insist that if
Hester went crazy when Edwards-Helaire went with the. So could we get a Mason
Elaire,
Taylor?
by the way. Elaire. Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Well, now Dale Weiner told me when I called those games, it was the year you were out.
Yeah.
I called again. He was a sophomore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elaire.
Clyde.
Elair. Just say Clyde. I always say Clyde. When I call those games, Clyde.
Yeah.
It's easier. Elair.
So Hester went crazy when they took him. It was great. Could we get Mason Taylor here?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd fucking love it.
That'd be awesome.
You've already lost your bet. I'd love it. I mean, Eagles and KC, these two Super Bowl teams right now. I would love if Mason Taylor went to one of these. I mean, that's two good tight ends. You got Goddard and you got Kelsey, but you could Kansas City would make more sense with Kelsey being older.
Kelsey's going to retire after next year. I guess the Eagles I guess they thought that they were going to the Chiefs were going to sneak them on Campbell.
I don't know.
Why else would you trade up one
Scone,
spot?
Mrs. Gale told me how to spell Emery.
Ellen Moore.
Have you heard her say Ellen Moore?
Yes.
Bruh. She called the coach Ellen.
I know.
Ellen.
I wanted to believe in her that she would do the right things, and mostly she hasn't.
No. No.
Nice lady and pillar of the community and all that stuff. But
Tim Edwards.
as
COVID may have been worth it just because we got Island Handy. It's so fucking ridiculous.
I've been in the business 35 years, and that's my legacy. Yeah,
hey, bro, you're like Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry, be happy.
A cowboy hat, a fish shirt, and
That's
2 Muppet puppets.
That's it. We don't make our legacies, Handy.
No,
They decide. They decide what they remember.
It was a fun night. The Elijah Craig was really good.
The what?
The Elijah Craig.
Oh, the Elijah.
It was COVID, baby. We were drinking.
Everybody was drinking.
Oh, what were we drinking?
I drank whiskey every single night during COVID. Like when
horrible time in
every
our lives.
single night of my life, I drank whiskey during COVID.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Every night. I watched a lot of $1 Million Listing too.
We already know this.
No, we're selling this. Fuck. We don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you remember the year that we got?
I got one more to go. Mason Taylor.
Remember we were doing the promotion where.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, we were doing the promotion where if you qualified, you got the pick, and if you picked right, you got the prize.
Yeah.
And
the GM. It was the GM draft.
The GM draft. Yeah. And they got the last 10 picks right, and we figured out that they were all on Twitter with the guy that was sewing the uniforms. He was like 3 minutes ahead. And we got snaked out of like 10 prizes, which was fine because it wasn't our money. But LeBears ended up giving like out 10 free weekends because our audience was locked into the guy on Twitter. Yeah, the guy that was sewing the jerseys was like 3 minutes ahead. I remember the promotions meeting when we were done after like, okay, we got snakes. We got snakes.
How did he get?
Yeah.
How did he get the corner from Kent State?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit!
All right, Chiefs pick is in. So, wow, we're gonna.
All right, Matt C said Island Handy in. Speaking of English, I'm not pushing Napier. What did you say? Because some people have said like you said, speaking in English. I think it was like speaking English.
No,
speaking English.
What I actually said was speak any English. Like, do you speak any English?
Any English.
Yeah, you speak any English. But it did. I listened to it back. It sounds like
speaking English.
It sounds like the girl from Ferris Bueller when she went speaking English.
Speaking English.
Okay,
yeah.
but
you were saying speak.
What I was
English.
trying to say, and I was mad as hell at it.
I know.
I was like,
Richard
can
do that.
Speak any English, and I have my reasons for that. I'll write it in my book, but I was really pissed.
Why you were pissed about that night? Or
yeah,
what?
I was pissed at the impression that I was.
I know.
That I was impressed with the impression that I was bucking for a job and pushing a coach over there.
You were bucking for what job?
Any job.
At LSU?
Yeah. Like, you want this coach so you can get a job? And I was like, no.
Hey, bro, I've heard those jobs over at LSU pay awesome. By the way.
I worked there for 15 years. They don't.
I heard they pay
great travel schedule, too.
Yeah, they don't.
It's good to start field for 4 days.
The complete and total lack of understanding of how that works for many people is stunning. Oh, man.
Oh, well, let's toast up to a loser.
Get it, Otter.
Let's root for Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor.
Yeah.
We already
the
lost
Chiefs.
the bet. Let's root for it.
It's Josh Simmons. I'm not going to make you wait.
The tackle.
I'm not going to make you wait.
Can we
Josh
go home?
Simmons.
Where's he from?
Ohio State.
Ow.
So we missed about one goddamn pick. Otter, if they had taken the fucking your guy from Marshall instead of goddamn Jihad Campbell, we would have won that bet. I guess they don't watch film, Otter, with the great guy from Marshall who played in the MEAC against Marshall competition. Who played in the A10 in Marshall.
Trust me, it's not the MEAC.
He played in the A10.
Give me a lighter.
Do you need help?
Yes, obviously.
I got some really good players on the board tomorrow. Really good players.
And quarterbacks?
Well, they got two that everybody thinks are going to go the first 10 picks. Shadur and Tyler Shugg. Will Howard's still on the Will Johnson.
I don't understand.
No, but my under 2.5 hits plus 250, so that's a nice one.
Yeah.
So the Eagles moved up one pick to take Campbell. That's a little surprising, yeah.
They either felt like the Chiefs were going to take him or somebody was going to jump up in front
Look
of
at
him.
Schefter going all Andrew Whitworth with the hoodie under the jacket.
Yeah, it's freezing in Lambeau.
You think so?
No, not right now. He's a little overdoing it, especially for a Michigan guy. Shit.
You know, there were a lot of people. My wife even said that. She goes, they've all got jackets on and stuff in the afternoon, even when the sun was out. I mean, it is Wisconsin. I don't.
You remember the house we stayed at for Lambeau?
Yeah,
Labor Day weekend.
I remember the fire pit.
Yes, we had a little fire pit going at night. It's cold, but not. I mean,
so
it's Wisconsin.
My brother and his family.
Randy McKay almost passed out walking to the LSU USC game with me.
It's not like we're going to
From the
Moscow.
Mandalay Bay,
It's Wisconsin.
That was hot as balls. It's not far, but that was still hot.
Oh, it was far. Oh, you didn't think it was far?
Over that bridge to the stadium? Nah. Far. I mean, when it's 130 degrees in the
for
desert.
a guy from South Dakota,
yeah.
who's 60. Yeah. Have you seen Randy?
Yeah. On your podcast.
He doesn't have a great face tan.
Got it.
He's not used to that heat, dude.
That's okay.
He can handle the snow way better. I'll be the first to admit that cold. I am the biggest wuss, bro. I mean, man, I don't like to be
say
cold.
It all the time, Otter. People don't get it, man. Like people say, "Oh, cold, you put on more layers." Fuck you, man. There's a certain level of cold, no matter how many layers you put on.
Once the feet and them hands and that head gets too cold, you're cooked.
When the snot in your nose is freezing. All right, we're done. Thank y'all for being with us, man.
Offensive tackle, that was good.
Big shout out to Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Man,
Thank you for hosting.
They're great.
They're awesome.
No, this is
an awesome place, man.
And we saw, you know what's funny? I saw some familiar faces here tonight, and then I saw some brand new.
Yeah.
So like some young 20. Shout out to my boy Kaplan and his boys.
Fun,
the twins' older brother, and so no, it was cool. The little mixture. So Charlie had a fan. I overheard him. Matt says, "Yeah, hey, he listens. He loves you two guys." Or T Bob said that. Said, "Love Hannah Griff. Don't really like Odd." So,
T Bob is still here.
Wait.
He is
Be
still
careful.
here.
Be careful. Oh wait. Oh, here he is.
Hey, get on the camera.
Yes.
Saw the footwork there.
Yes, I did see that nimbleness.
All right, boys.
I'm not
moving.
Wait,
I'm not moving.
just to clarify, he was at the West Virginia game, right?
Yes, I was at the West Virginia game.
He was at the
All right, so boys, how we feel
He was
about
at the West
how
Virginia
we feel
game,
about round one.
But he was at West Virginia, but he was not at the national championship game against Alabama.
No, apparently not, dude. Apparently
He
not.
He knows shit.
And look, for everybody saying T-Bob's still here, yes, but you have to understand, Don Juan is my happy place. And so it was very nice to get to see
Matt,
a
you
lot
get
of
us
the
another
Don Juan
old
crew
fashioned
and hang out tonight. It's been a long time.
Be
We don't
careful.
get to come here in the off season too much, dude. It's been fucking awesome.
Hanny, it's your round. It is your
Jimmy,
round.
how did the bets end up?
Moscona put the fucking Gregory on him.
The bets.
We're a loser tonight. A small loser, but a loser.
College baseball came through for us.
Oh, Charlie!
You giving me the best pitcher in the SEC plus 200? Yeah, I'm taking that.
But guess who he teamed him up with? minus 1,100. He had to hold on for his nuts.
I did.
You want me to shut it down?
Missouri's
You
over
can
19, though,
include
baby.
those throw-ins anymore.
Well,
All right, guys.
Not at 1,100.
All right, guys. Off the bench, round one recap in the morning, full Friday slate. Set for you coming out. We love you. Mwah! We'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, guys. And there we go.